Poudre School District High School Football, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Tonight, live on Stream It Sports from French Field in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. The Fort Collins Lambkins host the Greeley West Spartans in Colorado high school football action. Hello, my name is David Haase, along with my partner Randy McCoy and Abby Block on camera. You're looking down there at the captains from both teams, Randy, and Greeley West coming across the I-25 with a 2-0 record. Fort Collins 1-1. Should be a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, it should be, and Fort Collins has beat 5A Fossil Ridge, and then they got handed pretty easily by Poudre, which a lot of teams are going to.
It's not going to be anything to be worried about
But
this year.
First thing, the big news is the loss of a key player for Fort Collins.
Yeah, Jake Leone, one of the leading receivers in 5A last year, and have a decent start this year, just getting the season going. And an ACL, MCL, although Coach Rice said here's the competitor in him, he is going to be back and doing some long snapping. So with a brace on, he's still going to participate and support his teammates.
And Greeley West Athletic Director, former Fossil Ridge Athletic Director Ken Denning. So good to have him. So anyway, we will be back after these messages. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Toyota's national clearance event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those two rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
And we're back here getting ready for the kickoff, minute 21 till kickoff. Fort Collins, Greeley West. Got a plethora of games this weekend. We've also got a volleyball game going on Stream It Sports. Sam and Cody are over at Poudre High School with Broomfield and Poudre. So busy weekend. Tomorrow night we got Poudre and Fossil Ridge, and then we have a Saturday game.
A matinee game.
Don't do that very often, but 11 o'clock we've got Rocky and Fairview, which should be a good game. So
yeah, French Field's going to get a lot of use here the next 72 hours. But you look for these games here, these non-conference type games, these cross the interstate kind of games. These kids do know each other from other sports. It's not like a city game, but Greeley's not that far away.
No.
And as they line up to kick off out of that north end zone, Randy, I look to see how the tack changes without Leone in for the Lambkins.
Yeah, and speaking of Greeley West, they've really started playing better in a lot of sports, and they're another one of those schools. It's 5A and some and 4A in football.
Yep.
But they're in the same conferences, all these schools in basketball and other sports. So anyway, here we go. 4-12s is what we play here in Colorado high school football. Coach Rice down with his usual showing the guns out there
That's
tonight.
right. Yeah.
And it's short, so here's
all kinds of weather.
Here's my buddy, Mr. David Haase.
So Lampkins, Abby Aseged back to receive. I'll just call him Abby the rest of the night.
Yep.
Number 10, McKaylin Moore on the far side. Dangerous return man. Kick's going to be a short one. Low driver, taking it about 12, but fumbled. Sometimes that sets up that lane. It does. He breaks through a couple spots, takes a high hit. Goes down about the 29, so a good return field position-wise. And it's that old thing in high school now. Do you kick deep or do you try to kick it up in the air? And that was just a low liner. If he'd have handled that, he'd had a chance for some time to really get upfield.
Well, we see that all the time in broken plays, especially in the especially with a kickoff or something. You know, everybody's already down, and if you just get past that one guy, you've got kind of got clean going.
Yep. So Iverson out in the shotgun. Pistol formation, remembers behind him. Strong back set to the right. Tops your screen, you'll see the Twins. Start the twin pass. He's going to go for the deep ball right off the bat. He's got a man open downfield. You know, the safety for Greeley West, Randy saw it. He kind of took a flat route over there. The ball thrown a little longer, it would have been a deeper pass. But then we look at the 30-yard line and one play and one flag. And you're going to see an eligible downfield. Little over amped up first play of the game.
Little over amped up, and Iverson coming in as the area's leading passer yards wise. So sophomores had a good start, and you know I suspect he will be a lot better by game 4 and 5. And Fort Collins still trying to find out who they are. They are not rushing like they normally do yet, and so it'll be interesting to see how they.
Got to coach the kids you have, right?
Yes, you do. And Coach Rice, there's probably none better than that.
Well, it's to say when you've got smaller numbers, you have to do what you do. So you look back and forth here now. I can get some of those Greeley Spartans up front. We'll get a lot of those numbers and names out to you. But just looking at that secondary, I see Brendan Loma, number 11. Number 2 broke up that pass, Carter Bruning. Nice play by the sophomore safety. Give on the sweep left. Turns upfield, quite a lot of room there interior. Gain of about 7. As we've seen in the past, you know, there's a varied offense you'll get from the Lampkins over the years. That quarterback position is usually a straw that stirs the drink there. But when you've got you got Shore, you've got Rammers, you've got other kids that can move the ball for you, and you got a good-sized offensive line, led up front. Jonathan Engel, 53, Jose Guerra, 63, Sam Pietraszki, or as they say, just Sam, number 66, and James Swan, 74, and Quentin Clancy, 78, big and out. And then Jack Pedersen plays both ways, one of the captains. He's 96. They changed his number so they could move him to tight end, trying to pick up some of that space left up by Jack Lone.
I bet you they call him Sam P.
Yeah, that would be about right. Bubble screen to the near side. He's got one man to beat. Got down first down yardage.
He's going to go.
It's a foot race to the corner. Bruning's got an angle on him. And just too much speed.
Too much speed by Abby.
Abby Aseged, the senior, takes it the distance. He goes from the 32 all the way to the north end zone, untouched pretty much. Great play call, and a nice job by Iverson selling it to the top side of the field, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we've been seeing that from Abby. He's almost broken several, and you could see that at some point he's going to get through that interior and go all the way.
And we get a shot out there. The last man going into that huddle is 25, Jake Leone. He's got that knee all wrapped up, Randy. I tell you what, he told the coaches, you know what, I still want to be part of the team. I want to do something. I'm our snapper. I can still snap. And it's a protected position. You just don't
get
see
a
close
up there, Abby, if you can. A long snapper there.
We see him getting back off the field here, but profiles and courage. There's a lot of ways you can help your team out and make it important. So PAT coming. Snaps one hopper. You know what? Iverson did a nice job of just getting up, but not quite quick enough, and the ball goes flying off the side, so it's no good. I want to go back to that touchdown pass, Randy. Part of the reason that worked and gave Aseged the chance to go the whole distance because they sold it to the top side of the field. The last two players with the shot on that were the safeties and the far defensive backs, which you're kind of your last line of defense, and they had to honor that fake to the right side. Come back this side, they had too much distance to cover, and the speed of Aseged obviously helped out too.
Yeah, he was gone, and very strong athlete, was a tremendous soccer player his freshman year in 8th grade, but he decided not to play. He's played basketball, and if you see him, you'll see how good of an athlete he is.
Well, I think you're also going to see some. I think he's also a track athlete. McKalen Moore is one of the top jumpers in the region too. So, and they've got the explosive players that we talk about. So, back on return now. Two dangerous running backs. We'll see a lot of running out of this Greeley West Spartan team. The Spartans will count on a lot of that offense coming from the back. Derek West, number 1, and number 3, DJ Starks, both juniors, big kids. A lot of strong running backs, coming from this area, but tonight we'll see the double dose for those guys. I think that's what Greeley West is going to want to do, just keep in this game. And West does have a little bit of a different setup on their kick return. They've got 4 up front, just 2 in that next echelon. And there's the pooch kick. I don't know if that was a pooch. It bounced off the side. And that did hit the sideline, so that's going to be a penalty. That's great break for the Spartans.
That kind of pooch you don't need.
Yeah, that one just kind of turned over. Because if you're not going to take it to the end zone, we're firm believers in just get it up in the air, makes them either fair catch it or have to take it in. So some of those Spartans you're going to see in the 50, 60, 70 numbers, the guys that are going to make the plays up front for that rushing attack. Trey Flores, 55. 54 is Andre Brown. Looking also Ty Starks, number 70. Daniel Berleza, 75. Daniel Badarama, one of the captains. 76. 78 is Garrett Beckman. And as others come in and out, some of those guys go both ways. But
I'm telling you, that right tackle.
Yeah, he's all that.
Yeah, he's...
Quick throw to the outside, hits number 21. Wide side, ball's on the ground. It's a catch and a fumble.
I think
Starks made the cover on that because Piacenza, their leading receiver, two-way player, number 21. Just a quick little stop pattern. And a nice job by West, by the quarterback, just getting out of his hands really quick. Rojas, the sophomore. And that's just, that's one of those plays, the quarterback, flip your feet quickly, get it out of your hands, let your receiver do the work. So fortunate for the Spartans, they did cover the fumble, and they got a 2nd and 1.
And that's, they're a running team, so that was a little bit of a surprise probably.
This time Starks right up the middle, and he is a specimen.
Boy, he's going to be a handful.
Yeah.
DJ Starks, 5'11", 195.
Yeah, for a high school back.
He's all 195.
Yeah, that's your JT Erickson type thing, a little bit more of a slasher-looking athlete. And I miss on when I was going through my lineup, but number 64, who you see on this side on that right tackle, is Josh Emerson, a sophomore, 6'6", 315. So someone's going to have a lot of work in front of him tonight with him. So two-back set, a near slot. Sweep left side, ball's on the ground again. That was a short handoff. Quarterback and running back were a little too far apart. Don't know if the quarterback reversed out the wrong way or not, but that was all sweep left. So
you see that line and that running back, and now you know why they're 2-0.
Yeah. Like I said, good win over a very tough Longmont program.
Yeah.
Ranked number 1 in 3A.
And very recently was 4A, so this is probably just their second year,
and
maybe.
Very recently in the finals in 4A.
Yeah, so that is don't take that 3A too seriously.
Ball right in midfield, lost the 2 on that play after the fumble. A little inside cross pattern here, man. White down the sideline. Nice tackle and just getting up high. Got to drive the legs though. A whole lot of jersey there, and just a great effort by Derek West. He wasn't going to go down, was he?
No, and I'll tell you what, Fort Collins better figure that out really quick.
Yeah, you got to sit down on that
play.
play.
2 runs, and they were 10 yards down the field before anybody knew where they were.
Yeah, just that reverse action, that inside trap play coming back underneath that outside tackle, and that was wide open. So 1st and 10, Spartans on the Lampkins 30-yard line going in. Ross back to throw. He's got a man out in the flat. Little quick on it out there on the outside, too. McCalen Moore on the coverage, but that's one of those, a little maturity on that quarterback, that sophomore. Didn't quite have his hips turned. He's still kind of rolling left, and that's a tough throw without having your shoulders and everything going towards the line of scrimmage. You've got to lay that out there. So very close to the line of scrimmage play so far for the Spartans. No drop back pass or just a look as how they're doing it. As you look down and watch the kids, they get signaled in from the play, and you see all the backs and receivers checking their armbands, looking for the play call. A lot of shifting on each play, too. Lampkins in a basic format. They had nobody on the outside receiver for a second. Sweep to the outside. Got the edge again. Kind of cut it in. Cut it in maybe just a hair quick. Carry that time by number 28, Rodriguez Perez, the sophomore. So a lot of young kids on this West team.
Head coach Jason Renoff.
Got a chance to talk to him before the game. Very helpful. We appreciate his efforts, and so we can get his kids' names out. We like these Greeley uniforms. We can see the numbers.
Yeah, and it's not too bad with these Fort Collins.
It's early. As soon as it gets dark, I'm lost. Look at this
Well,
guys pulling that backside
anyway.
Starks all by without much. 2 stiff arms, and he's just trying to. The only thing that didn't keep him scoring there was the sideline. He had a great burst and
turf monster maybe even.
Exactly, but he had that ball in the left hand, and you could see how you could get lost there because he stands basically that line and behind the tackle and even behind that right guard. He just takes a counter step and then follows them to the left on the inside. You're not going to see him. I mean, Emerson's running in front of you and blots out a bit of the sun there. So you see right now, you see him inside, right behind the tackle and the tight end. He's almost screened. Another sweep play. This time Collins does a nice job of filling all the gaps. Maybe a gain of 1. 6-0 here early going. 7:30 left here in the first quarter at French Field. Thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports. Garrett McGraw on the tackle. So it's a little different to see how many kids are all, as we're used to having teenagers look at their phones, these guys are all looking down at their armbands.
Yes.
So the play calling is, everybody look at the right one.
Well, before you know it, they'll be texting the play in.
Pistol. Rojas looking back, looking to do a throwback pass. Kind of gave it up pretty quickly. He's got to get outside and get rid of this one. Got a sideline to run. Smartly goes out of bounds. And I tell you what, there's a good play there. You know, Spencer Purnell, number 7, the senior coming across there. He could have put a shoulder into him.
Yeah, and, another sophomore quarterback. And that good decision there.
Yep.
5'10", 194, so he's a big boy too.
Yeah, that was smart there. And like I said, two players there made smart decisions. Him getting out of bounds, Purnell not wanting to pop it, because that's one of those chances you back in the day you didn't pass up. Back a couple of years ago you didn't pass that up,
No,
but
you
now
didn't.
That's a flag. So 3rd and 9, got to get it inside 5-yard line for the yard to gain. Backfield bunch trying to throw the fade in the corner all by himself. Defensive backs on an island, never even saw it.
Yeah, man, what a play.
And a nice throw. I'll tell you what Rojas did there. Put some air under it, gave his receiver all the room in the world, and hit number 21 out there, and that's Pedersen again. There was, like I said, that's why the cornerback position is so hard to play.
Well, it is.
No one help.
And how many times do we say if you just put some air under the ball and let the receiver go after it, and that's exactly what he did. Good job by the sophomore quarterback.
So West on the hold. Number 20 is the kicker. Eddie Ramirez, the sophomore. Keep saying sophomore, don't I? Good snap. Kick is up. Long enough and good. So West answers the big, long touchdown pass play from the Lampkins with their own drive and scores on a pass play. We'll be right back. You're watching Stream It Sports.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
We're back here, and my crackpot staff back at my house, who's really good friends with Abby.
At the Central?
That's how you pronounce his last name. Esegid. And so you weren't even close. I don't think.
Well,
you think you were?
I'm sure I wasn't.
Anyway, Esegid. It does not look like that. So.
Still looks like Abby.
Still looks like Abby to me.
We got Abby up here. We got Abby on the field. Both of them are key players tonight.
And really, if you just change that to an E, we'd have it.
Yep. Another kick line drive in low in the air again, taking about the 12-yard line. Get a chance to run straight upfield. Nice job downfield, though. Starks, boy, I tell you, when you get your starting running backs hustling down on kick coverage, makes the tackle, wraps him up.
Well, it sounds to me like Greeley West kind of has a new attitude. And, again, we talked about Coach Denning, AD from Fossil Ridge, who brought Fossil Ridge a bunch of success over his tenure there. And now he's gone to Greeley West, and looks like he's success is following him, huh? See him standing over there on the sideline.
Different look to see him in those colors, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 on the 26th. Iverson, pistol formation, twin receivers both sides. Straight up the middle, give to Remmers. Not much room. Gain of a couple.
I was getting ready to say Fort Collins displaying a bend, don't break defense, but they ended up breaking.
Well, until you see that type of offense, I mean, we see the double wing, the single back. It's a lot of the same thing. They're doing a lot of counters. You've got to stay home. The integrity of your assignment can't waver. You can't be looking in the backfield and follow the general motion because they keep getting cross motion behind you. You've got to just play your keys. So 2nd and 8. Give to the left side again. Somebody comes completely unblocked on a blitz. Number 24 for the Spartans just shoots the gap. That's DeAndre Harris, the junior. Untouched. And that's one of the issues if you can't keep somebody out of there, that long handoff taking that long out of the pistol formation, time for someone on a blitz like that to cover a lot of ground. He met him about 4 yards deep.
Harris, 5'8", 178-pound junior. And he bolted right through there,
yeah,
didn't he?
Yep. Twins both side again. Iverson to throw. Looks for the bubble screen in the middle. He's got a man. Push one stiff arm there. 1st down. Getting some speed up. I'll tell you, heading straight downfield. Number 15, Jackson Shore, the captain. Little leadership there.
Yeah, boy, that was.
Yep.
Left a pile of.
Got a couple Greeley West Spartans. Got one down, a little slow to get up, but says I'm all right. Waves off the sideline. There's a football player.
Yeah.
But no, a great call. And once again, Iverson, with some heat on him, really sold the play, and the timing was really well done. So they crossed midfield with 1st and 10 again. Taking some of that aggressiveness against the defense. Snap, get the left side again.
Closed that hole pretty quick, didn't he? Number 82.
Yeah, 82 come running right up there and just stayed there. Hugo Castillo, another sophomore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say sophomore until I see something different.
You talk about a fire plug, 5'6", 188.
Yep.
That body will play football, won't it?
All day. No. And with coming in that good technique, if you get to watch that again, came in, broke down, and had his fanny out and his eyes up and a nice solid tackle. Going back to the left side again, He's got the edge. Remmers down the sideline, got one man to beat. Pushed out about the 4-yard line. Nice hustle on the backside by Carter Bruning. This time and had the angle for a touchdown-saving tackle, but just that action to the far side and come around that power sweep, the old Washington Redskins power tray, and a lot of big seal over there too.
Oh, that was a beautiful run play.
Yeah.
I mean, execute. If you're Coach Rice, you got to be really happy with just the execution of that play.
And sometimes with an aggressive defense, if you're stunning, you're sending people, all of a sudden you get up underneath there and the play gets around you. There's just too much garbage to get back through. You can't turn and run. There's no alley. And Remmers certainly showed the speed to get outside. So it's 1st and goal to go right on the 3.
Well, we might have a shooting match tonight, huh?
Yeah. Wildcat. Remmers on the direct snap goes in. They did this last week, and they give the other running back in the backfield is number 99, and that's Dave Sappa, the sophomore, 5'10", 217. So that's a pretty good lead back there. And they haven't changed anything. I don't think we're going to need to get any cuter, because they do have a size advantage across from the defensive line for what Greeley's got there.
Want to thank our Greeley West viewers who may be watching us from Greeley.
Yeah, great night here at Frenchfield. Beautiful, beautiful football weather. Double tight end, flankers outside. Remmers the inside give, and he's just going to walk in. And that's
all play calling right there.
That's Jack Pedersen, the captain, who moved to the tight end number with number 96. Just an inside reverse. The big fella just said, just give me the ball, but he turned around and he took us one step.
Well, I think he was disappointed there wasn't anybody there to hit.
He was looking for somebody, wasn't he?
Yeah, and there wasn't anybody there because it was executed so well.
Well, it's an interesting decision coming up here. Are you going to go for 2 to try to get you back to that touchdown lead? Looks like they are. Iverson's coming back in, although he is the holder. But I think that's going to be the play call. I think I'd agree with that here early. Sometimes coaches say, no, you take the sure things early as you can, worry about it later. But we have a game that might be pretty high scoring. So back in the pistol formation, trips to the top side, and now we got flags going everywhere. Illegal substitutions, what we got. Too many men on the field. I think when we looked up at trips and I saw another extra receiver down the bottom, I'm going, I don't think that number works. So what was now a probable 3-yard play turns into 8. And I think Coach Rice said kick it. That does cut your degree of success down quite a bit, but a lot of passing offenses will take it as I got more room to operate. So the ball's going to be spotted on the 15, makes it a 25-yarder. McGraw, number 6, the kicker. Good snap and a hold, and we got, luckily for them,
they give it right back?
Well, the flag started right away, and procedure is going to back him up, but that's okay because the kick pretty much put the laces right on one of his linemen's back. Low driver is what you try to say there, but that
you saying it looked like one of your drives off the tee?
Yeah, probably without all the speed, too. So in a way, that was fortuitous. So back to the 30 now. Actually, a 30-yard PAT back on the 20. And I think they could have called again. Another low kick's blocked. It's on the ground. High school, that's just a dead play. College, you could pick it up and run it the other way for 2. They scored as a safety, actually. So after a couple
big
attempts,
time at the OK Corral in the kicking game.
Yeah, exactly. Put the excitement back in the PAT. So it is 12-7 here with 3:30 left in the first quarter at French Field. Lampkins lead the Spartans.
As you were talking about, cloudy night. We've had sunshine the other nights, but we got a cloud cover. Slight possibility of rain, but typically it evaporates before it hits us. So here in Colorado. Here at French Field, it's the district field for Poudre School District.
Well, just like a good night here. 50, 60 folks made it across from Greeley. It's tough. These 6 o'clock kickoffs are tough on Thursday night to people who travel. So those of you who are tuning in here to watch it live in HD, get to that new media, move away from that old media.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new age.
You can turn on your Apple TV if you've got that or whatever device, and you can double your screen right on your TV and watch this on your TV. So I know for some of you that sounds like duh, but
for those of us who may be there. So the bunch kickoff this time by the Lampkins works, dropped it inside the 25, 30-yard line there, and they hustled down. It's the odd thing there. They're trying to take advantage of that void over there in the way Greeley West sets up their kick return, Randy. But they're all bunched up the middle of the field. There's 5 players closer to them than somebody just running straight down the sideline. I think your degree of success there is limited by the fact you're all standing there on the logo.
Well, and the other thing is Greeley West had to jump on that, obviously, but a couple more bounces, that could have went out of bounds.
Now look at Starks down here, your running back, in wide right down here at the bottom. Single coverage. Greeley very efficient last drive, went straight downfield. Rojas looking to throw. Back across the middle, has got his man, hits him 14.
Boy, what poise by this sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, he stands tall there, and just fired a nice ball right across the middle to Jack Lovin.
He had a couple of options, too, because the wideout was pretty open on a slant right behind him.
Coming behind him, yep, looking under the safety. He did move his feet. He kind of had to step around, but for a sophomore to rotate in the pocket, like to step up and still keep his eyes downfield. Look downfield, look where the play's developing. They did give him the first down. Ball at the 39. Back under center. Toss sweep, trying to get outside. Nice job defensive end there for Lampkins closing that in, but still a gain of 4, maybe 5.
Here the Fort Collins band is loud and proud tonight.
Yeah, great night here at French Field. So West back up over the ball. That was just a nice little toss sweep to run that time. Number 28, Perez. Sophomore quarterback to sophomore running back, couple junior running back. Here's a team that's skill players. That time the running back beat the lineman to the hole. There's the backside tackle and guard were still trying to get across there.
Well, I was going to say they had a meeting. They had a meeting, and then the running back came out of the crowd.
Yeah, he just kind of cut in front of him, and that's somebody when you start shooting the gaps, because if the defensive lineman wants to follow those guys cutting underneath, you try to go underneath and make a pile. And the running back, 28 again, did a nice job of just getting around that, and Perez still gained enough of the first down. So. Couple plays. West back now. They're dotting the I for the Spartans. Motion coming our side. Toss right. Oh, nice job by the corner coming up right away. Great play recognition. And there's kind of the difference when you got a running back out wide to block. He's not doing a lot of the same kind of skills that the receivers are, because that running back just kind of saw him run right by.
Caleb Reed on the stop. 5'9" sophomore, 164 pounds.
Yeah, and Shea Wynn really came up and forced it inside. He set the edge there for the Lambkins defense. Nice job of closing down on it. So second loss of 1 makes it 11. Man covers both sides. They got 9 guys in the box. Still got a big hole. If you get by all that, then there's room to go.
The good thing about 9 in the box is if you stop them. The bad thing about 9 in the box is once you get past 11 minus 9,
there's nobody
equals
there.
2.
Yep. Yeah, nobody there, and a nice job by, and that's reinforced by one of our educators next door, Patrick.
Yeah.
He's backing us up on our math.
Yeah, he's got his fingers right in our window here, so that wasn't just off the top of my head. That was.
Don't do this at home. We're skilled professionals.
Yes.
Michaela Moore, though, come across and stop there. 1st and 10 again. Flag right away. That's going to tell you got a procedure call. And it could have been lined up offsides, but I think they're going to go with the jump. So not much of a gain either way on the play. Interesting to see, though, what our call is there. The white hat stepping away from the crowd, and it is procedure. Minute 13 left here in that first quarter. An active first quarter. Looks like they're going to move him back.
While we're talking there, we had a first great broadcast over Windsor High School.
Great game over there.
As NoCo broadcast started doing Windsor High School. We had a volleyball game, and then we had a football game. Pine Creek beat Windsor 10-0. But
yeah, tough one for the Wizards there, but Pine Creek is the gold standard right now in 4A. Wizards are still ranked, though.
Yep, and good job, Eric Freehoff, on coming out of that game, broadcasting it for us.
Rojas back now in the pistol formation. Looks to his right. Did a little down, out, and up. It's going to take it up in the air. It's going to be almost picked off. Nice job by Moore. I think that was one of those, I'm going to throw it out there to see if my athlete can make a play.
Well, he throws a nice ball. You know, that was a nice spiral and smooth release and delivery.
He was just hoping Starks could out-jump because he threw that in double coverage. And that was one of those, you got to throw it to the outside, try to make your guy there, but truthfully, Moore was the only one that had a chance at it, and he was trying to keep his feet down. But, I mean, Starks obviously a pretty good athlete, but, that transition from running back to receiver, that's a different kind of footwork, especially downfield. So 2nd and 15, fake on the reverse. West on the Wildcat goes to his left. Lambkins get to him right away, though. Maybe a gain of a yard. So they weren't fooled on the Wildcat look. Snap directly to West, and the sweep didn't give him much. I'd like to thank our sponsors again, Schrader Oil, First Bank, and Pedersen Toyota. If you have a chance, so you do any business with those three, thank them for helping us bring you high school sports here in northern Colorado. Big play right here for the Lambkins defense.
3rd and 14.
Yep, still man defense up here on both sides. Looking underneath. Rojas scrambling for his life. He's not going to make the edge, be able to throw it. Flies it downfield. Easy pickoff, unfortunately. That was telegraphed. He's got the edge. He gets one block, Randy. He's got long room to go. That's number 15 for the Lambkins. Jackson Shore, the captain. That's a sophomore quarterback. Just taking too much time. There's nowhere for him to throw it. Should have just sailed that one out of bounds.
Well, and what you don't know what you don't really know is, you got to throw that away.
That's a tuition payment, wasn't it? The education there, and Shore, we've seen him for the Lampkins 3 years. He's a senior now, and he just stayed back on there and cut right in front. There's only one place to go. The field was squeezed down so much. There's just no room to throw it, and a tough throw. He tried to fit in there, but first turnover of the night goes for the Lampkins, and they get the ball after the return on the 44-yard line of the Spartans. So pistol formation, back and forth now, just get that edge. Chase Weedy there, up back. Remmer's trying to go to his right. A lot of room downfield. Nice patience that time too, wasn't it?
Both defenses are kind of just laying out for the run. There's a lot of room past the first.
Yeah, if you get that second level.
And that's going to be the end of our first quarter. Our score, Lampkins 12, Spartans 7. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Starting here the second quarter, looking across the way for you as familiar with Ken Denning, longtime AD here at Fossil Ridge, now working at Greeley West, and he's doing what an AD does. He's always busy. I'm sure he's probably scheduling up, working on some of the coaching look. Like every administrator in a public school, there's a lot to do.
Yeah, and it's good to have him come over and
quality guy.
Watch this. So anyway, beginning of the second quarter, and we had really a fun first quarter.
Really did. Don't look away. Second and short now for the Lampkin offense. Get across the 35-yard line for the yard to gain for first down. 3 down linemen. Kind of a spread offense. You got twins both sides. You got Honor to look out there. Iverson looks downfield. He's got the man in the slot. Push in the corner. One-handed catch. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a catch by number 10 for the Lampkins, Abby Asseged. And I'll tell you what, Iverson dropped the ball in there. The corner, once again, just a tough job to do in high school at any level, but even more so now. And Iverson dropped the ball in the right edge, and it looked from my angle. Asseged cradled it, caught it with one arm, and had the other arm on the defensive back.
Yeah, and he may or may not have been pushing him.
May or may not have, and the side judge decided they were doing enough pushing back and forth, but he pulled it in, crossed the line, and it's in the book for 6. And they're going to try for 2 again. They kind of had the moving scrimmage line last time for the PAT. I think they're going to try to make sure they shorten that up.
So Abby has come out this game saying, hey, I'm going to take up the slack
Make
from
my mark
Jake
for
Leone.
Jake Leone. Well, you got next man up. Somebody's got to step up.
Yeah, well, he's a gamer and great kid.
Iverson looks at the middle, got a man open, flies it in there, but threw it into coverage, banked away, so no good on the PAT. Nice job by the linebacker there for the Spartans, stepped in front of it and took it away.
So the Lampkins offensively really hitting on all cylinders right now, aren't they?
Well, like I say, when you get games where the offenses are playing well, moving the ball, because West is too, it's just who makes the mistake. And last time, the interception, kind of a forced play, scramble play, still trying to make a play, where a quarterback with another year or two of experience on the varsity level, like you said, fires that one away and nobody gets it. You just got to live to play another down. Sometimes an incompletion is still a pretty good thing. A lot of coaches will say the 3 best things that happen to a pass after a pass are a completion, an incompletion, and a punt. The interception, not so much.
Not so much. That's hard to get into a 16-year-old's head because you want to make a play on every.
Yep.
I mean, there's NFL quarterbacks like Jake Cutler who still hasn't figured that out.
Yeah, still trying to throw it into that window. West again here, still very knowledgeable of the fact that you can see a lot of onside kicks. Because, I mean, they had a barn burner last year over in Greeley. Big lead early for West, and Fort Collins came back. So I don't look for anything different tonight. Two competitive teams. Another kick takes it down about the 13-yard line. Starks on the two-handed catch above his head, looking for a little room. Didn't really get ahead of speed up, did he?
No, he didn't. But I'll tell you what, when he does, I do not want to get in front of him.
Yeah. I was looking for there. It's one of those just turn the jets on. He hasn't had many carries so far. Try to use him more on an outside as an athlete. Maybe a bit of a decoy, so we'll see if that changes or not. But either way, it's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 22-yard line for the Spartans.
You know, these Fort Collins Lambkins, Coach Rice he takes who he has and he molds them into a team, and you already see improvement from game 1 to game 3.
Yep. Public schools, they get who shows up. Not any recruiting like some of the schools we don't like to talk about down in Denver. West on the carry, right side, big hole, bursts up around the stiff arm, past the first down yardage, getting rid of another player. Tell you what, tough running.
Oh, boy, my gosh.
The junior all the way to the 45-yard line, gain of about 20 on that carry. He was looking for somebody,
and
wasn't he?
And about 8 of those was with somebody on him.
Yeah, yards after contact, big number there.
He's an angry runner, isn't he?
I like that a lot.
He's like, I got a stiff arm for you. Does anybody else want some of this too?
That's right. No, that'll get your offensive line happy too. 1st and 10, nice answer after the touchdowns. West does need to answer here. They need to go down. You want to get a score because right now their defense doesn't seem to have an answer to slow down the Lambkins. Heavy this side of the field, 2 setbacks, receiver this way. Sweep left. Rojas underneath, sees the gap, cuts up field. 7 or 8. So right now, I mean, the offensive line's both playing at a high level and good patience that time too. You got to applaud the way the back that time, Perez, another sophomore, kind of sat back there and took a moment and then cut it up field with some acceleration. You just got to stick that leg in the ground and go. So I mean, I see West, I see Starks and 28 again. I want to make sure I don't get his name wrong. Perez gets to the edge. I mean, these guys are interchangeable right now. Starks sweeps his left. Upside, 1st down yardage, still dragging bodies going downfield. Covered in Lambkin uniforms now. And that umpire wasn't going to blow the whistle too soon, was he?
No, he's
going to let him work.
He's going to let everybody get their shot in, it looks like.
Great shot there. Abby on our camera, close up. Just past the Poudre School District logo here at French Field. This is the main field. It's a lacrosse, a soccer, just an all-everything district field here in the west side of Fort Collins. Beautiful area to play. Great night to be playing here, too. The flag in the north end zone is just barely moving, just cool enough for the athletes, and fans have a nice night out. Bunch formation, delay. West back on the inside's got the outside. Nobody saw him.
He's gone.
It's going to be 6 yards. They got underneath there. Everybody from Lambkin's overcommitted side. By the time he got the ball, nobody was home. What a great play call.
Okay, yeah. I'll tell you what, we've had a couple of teams really executing their offense. Game 3 looking like mid-season or in-season here. So
yeah, they really did there. That was just everybody slanted right there. And, that's you can't peek. You can't follow the flow of the offense. That offensive set is made to have a back who's coming. He's got a 3-yard run. He takes the ball, and he's already moving. It wasn't a hand and go look. He's moving when he catches it.
And I don't think he was touched on that.
No. No. You couldn't prove anybody knew he had the ball until he was gone. So chance to cut it down to a 3-point game now. Rojas under center for the PAT. Fakes, rolls to his right, got 2 men wide open.
They were giving him that.
Either one he wanted to throw it to. He had 2 receivers to choose from there. I don't know if he overthrew the first one or he hit the second one, but either way,
I don't know
it counts.
Fort Collins didn't even guard the outside.
Yeah, they came in on the play fake, and right now the keys, the Fort Collins secondary and linebackers have got to start watching the backfield, and anybody comes to them, they just can't chase away.
I wanted to bring up another offensive lineman for Greeley West, Garrett Beckman, junior, 6'4", 315. So he was, with them going to the other way, we got a chance to see how big he is. So they got a couple of tackles that we're seeing why they can run so effectively.
Well, and part of that, not only the effectiveness of their blocking, but just the sheer size of those guys. You're going to lose the back behind you, which is, again, why you just can't assume the ball's gone the other way, and staying home is a big deal. So a nice crisp drive, execution again, long touchdown run. We've seen big plays tonight, plenty of them, haven't we?
Yeah, it's
Lampkins are still trying to get run up. The referee said, fine, go ahead and wind it. You got ready to kick. Onside kick, basically pooched up in the air, is going to go out of bounds. It's still a live ball. And I think Greeley West got it. That took that goofy football bounce, as they tend to do, and Greeley West got there first. Collins was a little slow to get on the field, Randy, and I think that had a big part of why that was a
their
good
head
play.
wasn't in it. They were thinking about other things.
Still lining up, and just a great kick that time too by Eddie Ramirez. Just he laid it up in the air, and it took that flat bounce that a football occasionally does. It looked like he was just going to go straight out of bounds, didn't it?
Yeah, and a couple of Lampkins had the opportunity to catch it, but it went over their head. It bounced over their head actually. So.
1st and 10, Spartans, chance to tie it up or go in the lead. Right away, you got a big sweep left. We're going to have a penalty. Starks on the edge there. Nice tackle coming up by number 1, McKaylin Moore for the safety spot, but that'll come back. So West taking advantage of the onside kick, and usually that's the other way around. We usually get to say that about the Lampkins.
Yeah.
That was just a great effort on getting downfield. Ramirez, he put it in the spot where they had nobody there, and it just takes a goofy bounce. So we have a timeout here at French Field. 18-15, Spartans trail by 3, but they're on the drive. We're watching Stream Sports.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Oh.
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Back here, nice look at the drum line for Fort Collins Band and the Fort Collins Cheer Squad down there. What a fun game so far. A lot of action. 18-15. Already scored 33 points between the two.
Yeah, don't look away. You don't have time to go to the concession stand
there's
till
a lot of
halftime.
playmakers. There's a lot of playmakers on this field tonight. So.
Well, I want to see, like I say, come to those mistakes or who's going to make that play. And right now, we basically got a turnover each. Inside again, give to West again. Get down there, the counter tray in the open field, breaking tackles, stiff arming.
Yeah, it's going to take more than one of them.
If you tackle him high, you're just going to go for a ride.
Yeah, he drug the first tackler about 8 yards. Took the second guy to come and kind of get him to fall down. But yeah, I remember those guys when I played high school football, and you'd think if you hit them up top that they'll go down, but
no. Yeah, he's not a tall kid, very strong runner though, and he is just
at low center of gravity.
You got to get to the body. If you try to grab your shoulder pads, like I say, you're just going to get taken for a ride. Ball on the 10-yard line, so 1st and goal to go. Rojas back under center now. Quick trap right up the middle. Nice job by the defensive line stacking it up. Maybe gain a 2. But a good job by the interior of that Lampkins line.
There's not a lot of real tall running backs anymore. Almost all the running backs you see now are
the days of Eric Dickerson, etc. They're not around.
Yeah.
5'9", 5'10" is kind of the explosive shorter guy, and
especially in the NFL, you can't see them behind 6'5", 350.
Well, we're seeing it tonight too. Right now, Lampkins, there's been several runs where they're not even seeing the back until he is there, and just not seeing their keys. Again, a little delay that time. That was a little slower going. That was a different play call. And the guys got up underneath and just shot the gaps there in the backfield. There's going to be a loss on the play, so timeout's going to be taken on the field, looks like. We got a player with the helmet off, so no timeout. Yeah, Caleb Reed there lost his helmet, so that costs you 1 play. You got to go back off. Quickly substituting in for him, 17's Ethan Ashley. So 3rd down now. 11 to go. Trap left side. Starks got the outside edge. Big stiff arm. Ball's up in the air. And it'll be covered by the Lampkins. Great hustle play. I want to see if they call a touchback, and yes, they do. I think that's a good call. He was covering the ball, Randy. The impetus of the play took him into the end zone, and just a great hustle play that time by number 7, Spencer Purnell. I mean, but Starks was going there, but you can see the ball was sticking out, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and 2 turnovers now for Greeley West. And really, that's they've kind of stopped themselves at this point from scoring. So,
yeah, ball security, big deal there. It was a hard run. He had a stiff arm going there. You can see that the running backs for Greeley West have no issue getting into contact that time, but just didn't have it tucked away and right about the goal line. So big break for the Lampkins. They get the ball to their own 20. After Purnell just gets, as I say, that's a hustle play. Go cover it up. Don't make anything other than just get the ball. So trips near side, pistol formation. Bubble pass, Purnell again. He gets it, but nowhere to go.
Oh, they're going to.
You know what? You and I saw the same thing.
I wondered if they were going to. He has hands on him. I thought he slipped, but his hand was on his back. He didn't. Official doesn't know which way to go there.
Yeah, he wasn't the way around, but he has to be a block in the back, and it's kind of one of those, I know I missed him.
Technically, he did block him in the back.
Great shot down here in front of us on our next play. You see Coach Rice, he does call the defense for the Lampkins. He's got his guys over here on the bench, and they are getting a spirited education. So 2nd and 20. Actually, 1st and 20. The scoreboard hasn't been caught up there. Fake the run. Iverson takes off around the sides, got a little bit of room, out across near the 20, going for it near the 25-yard line, so gain back the penalty and some. I like that call, Randy. Just take away, spread the defense out. Iverson's a pretty good young athlete. You're not going to make a living doing that as a sophomore, junior, maybe, but keeps him honest. He showed some good athleticism getting upfield and just then got down. So again, the no back, trips here to the near side, Twins on the top. 2nd and 6, just need to cross the 30. Give on the jet sweep, outside, Shore's got room. Stopped up man, 1st down yardage and some, across the 30 to 34-yard line.
We know this is classic Fort Collins Lambkin football. You go a couple of games, and then all of a sudden about game 3, people start shining, and you start seeing who your leaders are going to be for the rest of the year. And we're seeing Shore tonight, we're seeing Abby tonight, seeing Iverson tonight.
Guys making play. Like I said, when you lose such a key player as Jake Leone, you got a chance to say next man up, who's going to take his spot, who's going to fill that gap in production, and so far we've seen it. So 1st and 10, still the no back, fake the Remmers. Iverson rolling out, is going to try to find somebody short, just fires it. That was a tough spot. He never really turned his body towards running upfield. Looked like there's a little fatigue there involved, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was
because he had room. One of those where it's like, okay, you take the short pass and kind of just strung it out, and that sideline becomes the defense's friend. It squeezes down that area, which is what caused the turnover before when West threw the pick. Greeley West had the pick before because that same type of rollout pattern. Stop the clock with 6:02 left here in the half, 18-15. So an odd scoring game so far. Remmers right side give. Got that ball in that left hand. Breaks the outside, no one there. I'll tell you what, that's a good strong side tackle by number 2, Carter Bruning. The safety come up there, Randy. You know, face to face, nose to nose, toes to toes. Dropped his backside down and made a secure tackle, but a good solid one. So brings up 3rd and short, I formation. Fullback give, breast the outside. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone. Quick give play, and West
touchdown.
Just wasn't paying attention to the up back. Great play call. Well, I tell you what, the offensive coordinators need to keep on their toes because that was...
He earned his pay there,
yeah,
didn't
that
he?
was about a 58-yard touchdown burst. That was just a quick give to the fullback. All those guys up on the line for West, as you said before, you get past the line to the second level, there's nobody home. And just a great burst all the way down by Garrett McGraw, the touchdown for the captain.
I don't know if both teams are overestimating their ability to stop the run or what they're doing, but so far it hasn't worked. Both teams have been able to bust through the
big plays tonight on offense. Great execution by line play and everything behind there. And I tell you, I'm very impressed with the play calling on both OCs tonight. PAT, a good snap, a good hold. Kick is driven deep into the end zone and is good.
25-15. I don't know what kind of score that is, but that's a different kind of football score.
Yeah, not two numbers you don't see very often. But we got 40 points on the board with 5:20 left here in the half. Like I said, you don't have time to go home or to get to the fridge and back with a sandwich and a cold drink. There's something happening about every other game. And some games just like that. That happens. I don't care if you come in all these great defensive stats. I've seen a lot of good tackles and plays by both of these, but then all of a sudden something like that happens, and it's a good play call at the right time. Defense completely misses a running back, and it's just off to the races.
Again, we've got a volleyball game on tonight. Streaming Sports. Poudre hosting Broomfield with Sam and Cody. I'm not sure if it's on yet. They have to wait for the JV game to.
Yeah, it's a little different set there, isn't it? Find out who is in that game. Once again, we'll see here. Like I said, we've had one onside kick tried, one onside kick for West that was handled, and that was a big part of that last drive. I mean, you got to pay attention tonight. It's turning into a mental game, isn't it? Because there's a lot of things that are happening offensively. You can't get tired. Stuff kick downfield, just bunted it forward. Greeley comes up, picks it up, and just go. I think that's a good decision. Goes on down. Ball's out to the 30. That's number 89 for the Spartans as he came up. He saw that, went and got it. And it's Osvaldo De La Torre, another sophomore, 5'8", 165. You're going to check that name to see how well I did.
I think you did. I think you're doing great.
I had to pause there because Osvaldo. That's right now. He's one of my all-name team nominees.
No, you're doing a great job.
Keep telling myself that. So 1st and 10, Spartans. Like I said, stay tuned here to Stream It Sports. Every play can be something else. Fumbled snap. Trying the Wildcat play. West. Nowhere to go. Lampkin's, like I say, in the backfield, all of a sudden there's that stutter step. The ball's on the ground. Blood's in the water, and boy, they come up running, didn't they?
Yeah, that was.
Nice break for the Lampkins defense.
Yeah, even though you're a running back, a lot of times you may or may not have the ability to catch the ball because it's a different skill.
Well, and as your point there too, your running back, he's looking downfield before he's trying to catch it, and that's a skill set that takes some time.
Again, they
still in the Wildcat motion, strong side, give on the jet sweep, turning it up underneath, nowhere to go. Nice job by the Lampkins defense that time. Talking about assignment football, they stayed home and they made the plays. That was Jonathan Ordonez, the junior, number 22 on the carry. And it hasn't been an obvious passing down for the Spartans in a couple of series. They just haven't had to be out there that long. But here's one, because if you're the Lampkins, you can get off the field now. And we haven't seen a punt yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
Chance here, though, to get off the field and still have plenty of time left in this half if you're the Lampkins. See how the offensive lineman across there, but all the defensive linemen stunning, standing straight up. Ross fires a man wide open down the far side. Huge play, first down and some, across the 15 to 20 yard line, down out near the 15-yard line. I'll tell you what, Randy, there was just another mental breakdown.
Yeah, is that Ordonez?
I would almost think somebody got suckered.
Yeah, somebody did, and Ordonez isn't even listed as an offensive player. They've got cornerback, so.
Well, I kind of think one
either
of those.
Somebody else is wearing his number, or he's just a good athlete.
Yeah, he's a defensive back, so right away, my bias comes through. I think he's got to be a good athlete playing both ways. But he was all by himself, or they're like almost nobody lined up in front of him. They didn't notice him standing on the sideline.
And the Lampkins have lost some receivers several times, just haven't lined up. We saw that on an extra point down there.
Flag comes away. West thrown for a loss.
That might be offsides at the timing.
Take a look here and we'll see the side judge on the far side, the head linesman actually.
Coach Rice already saying he wants to decline it.
Yeah, loss of about 5 on the play. But, you know, credit Rojas there, the quarterback. He saw the guy up. He didn't wait. Fire the ball. Get it out of your hands. And that flipped the field completely. About a 50, 55-yard change of field there. So no matter what Greeley West does now, you know, 3.5 left to play here in the half. They push it down here. They don't score either way. Lampkin's got a long ways to go. Of course, with the way the big plays are happening tonight, I guess it's one of those things where you're just building your stats. So, second and about 15. They got to get inside the 10-yard line for the yard to gain. Rojas backs now back into the shotgun. And I don't think Coach Renault really liked what was happening there, so timeout comes from the sideline. West takes it. Timeout on the field, timeout up here. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
3:12 left before half. 25-15 from J. Ray French Field.
Gorgeous night for football here in Fort Collins, Colorado.
You see all the different things that, all the different sports. Got a soccer goal down there.
You got lines for everything, don't you? Soccer, lacrosse, football, it's all played right here. Strong motion, West in the Wildcat. Nobody on the left side, breaks through the edge, Randy. There's nobody there.
Oh, my God, what a block.
There's no, it's, once again.
22 came in this series. This was all about, even though number 1 ran the ball, 22 just blew up his man.
Yeah, and he was the only guy standing there. He's trying to get the outside, never got the edge. And Jonathan Ordeñez, you know, like I say, he's had the jet sweep earlier, but he came through there and delivered a crushing block. And there's only one guy there. I mean, just the execution offensively is certainly well ahead of the defenses tonight,
Yeah,
both sides.
Sharp on both sides. You rarely see a block because they're usually in the middle of a pile of people. But, boy, you saw that one there, didn't you?
Well, that's why it's so tough for defensive backs. Good snap and hold. Kick is up, and it's good.
Now we're starting to hit our extra points.
25-21, 3:03 to left. There's time for a couple more touchdowns.
Actually,
here.
22. Yeah, 21. And let's check our guy in there. But I don't want to.
Yeah, Patrick's going to back us up again.
He's got his phone calculator out. Make sure that we get that score right.
Well, I was assuming that board was just as quick as the officials were, but I could sandwich time in there, and the guys are on a break as we look across and try to throw it their way. Only thing I can say about the sandwich time is, who brought it? Nobody brought us anything.
No, there's definitely a void in that area in here.
Yeah, talk about second team.
3:03 left here in the first half. Thursday night football, probably much better than that game that's on the
yeah, that's right. Television tonight. Yep. But a gorgeous night to play football here, and a good one to watch. Thanks for tuning into Streaming Sports. And if you're watching this when you get back home, you know why. Another short kick goes over the head. Fair catch was called. It went right over the receiver's head. And,
well, that's twice they've done that, and last time they recovered the ball, Greeley West did.
Yep.
So they have found just a slight little place there that they can kick the ball.
Well, the coach goes up and says, where can you place it? He wants to, in practice, he's going to tell his kicker, I want to see you do this. Where can you put it down? Where are you comfortable dropping that ball in? If you kick it much past the 30-yard line, your guys aren't going to get there. That's too far. You've got a 25-yard run before you're going to get a chance to get down there and make a play or cover it. So that's a good spot. And that time the Lampkins just didn't mess around. They covered it, and they got good field position to start. So Iverson back in the pistol, jet sweep, trying to get the outside. Nice job of the defensive end, the Spartans that time, but a good cut in. 21 for the Spartans, Randy. Joseph Piacenza that time plays offense, defense both. He did a nice job. He just set the corner. He got to the edge, didn't allow the jet sweep to go outside.
And that's a nice run by Abby.
Yeah, he cut it up and showed that explosiveness, didn't he?
Yeah, about 7-yard run. So
got to get across the 42. Ball just short of the 40-yard line. Yeah, when you make that cut, when you're in that jet sweep, just do it at full speed. Don't make 2 moves, make 1. Shore motion, top of your screen. Trips out there. Backside trap play, wide open again. Boy, I tell you what, these weak side plays, Bruninger comes across, forces him outside with a tackle. But Remmers all alone, barely even touched, I think, until basically the tackle by Bruning. These weak side trap plays, both defenses are not keeping up with that. They're following the strength of that play, all shifting over there. Linebackers are getting lost in the shuffle, and a couple good blocks and off of the races.
Well, what's odd about it is both teams are struggling in the same way.
Yep.
That was a great cut by Remmers. He followed his blocking and then made a decision to cut to the right. And
yep, screen pass again here in the middle. That one's dropped. Boy, he had a good distance to go that time too. Shore is just about to turn it upfield, and little low throw. Iverson, nice job of drawing the defense to him. They just couldn't connect.
Well, he's got a bright future here as a Fort Collins Lampkin quarterback, doesn't he?
Yep, sophomore having a good season so far. As we said earlier, leading the area in passing. 2:10 left here, 25-22.
And he's not doing anything to hurt his passing stats tonight either.
Yep. Showing the Lampkins still with 3 timeouts left, so plenty of time to get themselves downfield. Motion, top of your screen, trips out there side. Fake the give. Iverson on the keep. Just going to follow him upfield. Oh, wow. Pretty big holding call was missed by. I was just waiting for because I saw the defender actually spin around right in front of the side judge. So gain of a few there, but brings up third about 3. That had been on the other sideline. I think you saw the Spartans probably go bananas. So clock running, 3rd and 3. And we got to stop in the play. So after about 20 seconds there, the Lampkins decide they want to take a look at this and get things in an order. So as they do that down the field, we'll go to our sponsors. You're watching Streaming Sports. Coming out of the timeout now, 3rd and 3. Pistol formation. Remmers straight up the middle, breaks on nice blocking in front of him. And yeah, we're going to get a roughing the passer. So you're going to be able to talk 15 yards on top of this play because Iverson's all by himself.
And I'm with the Greeley West guy. He was making a
handoff. A quarterback play. Yeah. They still protect the quarterbacks. It's just one of those things that you are completely out there naked. The first down was gained. I think I saw Coach, they talk about are they going to accept the penalty or not. I'm trying to think if it's a personal foul call. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's gained about 5. But either way, we'll get it straightened out. Actually, they're going to call a hold on somebody else. Well, then you were right because I saw, okay, that is
a hold on both.
Offsetting. I saw the quarterback getting dumped, and the referee threw the flag that way. So as you see that, that's generally saying, okay, he's protecting the quarterback, which is the White Hats' generally number one thing to do back there.
But he was acting as a back because he was handing off as opposed to passing. So
are you making a football play?
Yeah, that's why you don't want your quarterbacks running down the field and then not sliding because once you become a runner.
Yep. Same thing for all those punters that do that rugby-style punting. As soon as they get out of the punt formation, start running forward, people say that's
roughing. You're making
roughing.
a football play.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those guys get decleated because they're not expecting to get hit like that. So put you out there. But right now we're explaining to everybody what's going on. But we still get the sorry, looking away there and checking some notes. And a final call against Greeley West. Did move it forward. And he gives a first down to the Lampkins on the 22-yard line. So after about a minute and a half, 5-yard penalty is the net result. 1:14 and the clock is running. 1st and 10 Lampkins. Yeah, we need somebody in the truck to keep track of those for us, but we don't have a truck, do we?
No.
Reed snap, Iverson back to throw, trying to phone the fade in the dark far corner. And a little too far to bounds. A nice job on the defense down there, turning and looking. I think that was, Seged. Abby down there again trying to make a play, but that ball, nobody had a chance at that one. Iverson just got a little amped up and fired it a little too far. I like the call, though, on first down.
Shows you the kind of kid Abby is down there. He was going to run and get the ball.
Go get the ball. Yeah, I saw that, too. Yeah. I go, it's not a scrimmage, son. I like your attitude, but, there's guys that do that for you. Get some air, get back to the huddle, make another play. And just a good job on the far side, too, by coverage that time. 25 out there for the Spartans. Did a nice job getting underneath Andre Soraya. Fumble on the snap. I think he's going to call him down.
Well, I think he inadvertently
put his knee down. And that's a big play because we're 47 seconds. The clock is running. Everybody kind of didn't see that at first. Nobody really knows why the play was stopped. And it is, they kind of got to hustle up here, Randy. There's 35 seconds, 33 seconds, under 30 to play, although it's third down. But you want to get about 10, 12 and manage it because right now you got 2 timeouts left. You can't do anything with those in the locker room at halftime. So about a 20-second run that time before nothing happened. Fire the ball off into traffic. Incomplete. Stops the clock.
And, but Mr. 14 was there greeting
Jack
Lovin. He's not doing any loving there, boy. I'll tell you what.
Govin. Yeah, he was taking it to Iverson pretty good. Also says, if you're going to wait that long, I get a chance at you. It was a good, clean shot.
They try a long field goal now.
Yeah, ball's going to be started outside the 31. It's going to make it a 32, 42-yarder. Motion going. It's fake.
Fake.
Just going to take the end zone, look around. Got to find somebody to throw to because right now is somebody coming around. Iverson's just scrambling. Time to go down. So nobody really bought into that. No. There's going to be 5 seconds left for Greeley West to try to make a play.
Boy, that defender was on the receiver like a blanket.
Yeah, that was a try. I don't know if there's only one receiver out in the pattern. Nobody else really got away, and the kicker wasn't part of it. If he'd have kept moving, there's something that could have happened there.
So we'll see now
what Greeley West needs to do here. I think, I don't know why you'd bank on it. It's 22-25, 5 seconds left. You got one play. You got some athletes. Try to see if you can get it downfield.
Yeah, it looks like you never know. I'm not going to try to predict.
No, why should we get in that business? Now they're in power I formation, though. So low risk, toss right play. West, though, back. It looks like he's going to throw it. He pulled it back down. I think that was an option there. He had a chance to do either.
Well, if the cornerback doesn't follow the receiver, you got a wide open receiver. So anyway, with our score in an exciting first half, Lampkins 25, Greeley West 22. Thank you for watching this first half. We'll be back with our special guest here at halftime, Kevin Lytle from the Fort Collins, Colorado, and you're watching Streaming Sports.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those two rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Back here at halftime at French Field. A wild first half, 25-22 Lambkins over the Greeley West Spartans. I'm joined by Kevin Lytle from the Colorado. And Kevin, there's some confusion on defense on both sides.
Yeah, well, wild first half, and yeah, you nailed it right there. I mean, certainly the offenses are executing, making some plays, some guys breaking tackles, but there have been a lot of miscommunications, misassignments on both sides defensively. I know I was down on the Fort Collins sideline, Eric Rice, as you would imagine, not thrilled. And it's not that they're giving up big plays. I think everyone knows that happens.
Yep.
But he thinks they're in the right spots and should be, they're well set up. They're just blowing assignments. A guy going the wrong direction or, making the wrong read, and all of a sudden it's a touchdown. Yeah. I mean, Greeley West had that long pass play down to about the 10, and he's sitting there screaming, it should have been an interception. We were there. Yeah. We just lost it.
Well, and you look at the size of that Greeley West line for a 4A school. They got two tackles that are in the 300-pound range. And like I say, that weak side trap player, that backside, if you see strong motion one side, then they come back and they pull a couple guys that you're not even seeing the backs. And Greeley, I tell you what, West Spartans have three pretty good running backs. Can make that West and Starks and also a number 22, Ordonez, all can make plays, and behind that kind of offensive line, you expect to see it. But once again, they're making plays. They're downfield. Nobody's touching them. They're executing, but somebody on the backside, they're letting their eyes follow, and they're not able to keep their technique and stay home.
Yeah, and like you say, the lines on both these teams, offensive lines on both teams, are big boys, and the running backs are finding the right holes. And like you say, the defenses are just confused. Really, it's kind of odd because it's not like the most complex schemes. I'm not a football savant here, but it's not like they're throwing crazy stuff out there.
They're just seeing in practice.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, Eric Rice is sitting there saying we're in the right reads and everything. We're just messing them up, basically. So yeah. I'm very intrigued to see who makes the better adjustments at half.
Well, and we talked about that too. There's been a couple of mistakes on offense. Both teams have done some things. The onside kick, well executed by Greeley West. The young quarterback for West, though, one of those tuition payments you make with a young quarterback. He threw into coverage after he's almost going out of bounds, and a nice pick. The captain Shore for the Lambkins was all over it.
Yeah, that was a great read by Jackson Shore. I think he read just what you were saying, that the quarterback had three options, I guess. Run out of bounds, throw it out of bounds, or make a foolish throw kind of across your body while running. He said, well, I'm going to gamble on that.
Hardest play to make, too, for a quarterback.
Good. That's a great read by Shore, understanding the situation that you can't really get beat in that spot. Good play, and then they had the fumble when Greeley West was driving there. So in the
right down the goal line.
a defense for Fort Collins, they have made 2 big plays in a 3-point game.
Well, we'll see how the second half comes around, but let's talk about the next couple of nights here. We've got an intercity battle, Poudre and Fossil Ridge tomorrow night. I think I look for Fossil Ridge to come back and really compete. They've had a tough start to the season. Poudre right now, on the other hand, is on all cylinders.
Yeah, in some ways it's, at least for Fossil Ridge, looking at Poudre, the flip of last year. Last year, Fossil Ridge had all those seniors, so much experience. It was primed to be their big year, and they started with 3 big city wins, and that kind of launched their season. Poudre kind of has the same situation. So many seniors, those guys have played together not just through high school but through middle school and some even before, and they're just rolling right now. I think they're very fired up to play Fossil Ridge tomorrow and then Rocky Mountain after that. So Poudre looking really good. I think they're starting to catch the eye of some people around the state because Poudre hasn't been great for a while, so it's kind of let's make them prove themselves. But so far they're doing that. That offense is just electric. So many options. They're spoiled out there.
Well, and you get a chance to start seeing it beyond the city, but like I said, a couple more city games to go first. And the last city team Saturday morning, we got 11 o'clock Saturday game, kind of a rare thing, but Rocky Mountain welcomes Fairview.
Yeah, it's one of those maintain the FRL rivalry even though it got blown up with the new conferences. Not surprising that Mark Brook would want to keep playing that game, and I think it's good for everyone. There have been a lot of good Rocky Mountain Fairview games.
We've had some barn burners here right on French Field.
They tend to be pretty awesome games, and I'm intrigued to see how that goes because Rocky Mountain, we've seen they have some good young guys. They're getting better. We saw them get better every week last year. And this year they're showing some good things, so I'm intrigued to see how they can handle Fairview. And Fairview is kind of what you always expect. They're going to be solid.
And a quick wrap up around the rest of the city here teams. We've got great volleyball and softball being played.
Yeah, no kidding. It's unbelievable. Fossil Ridge softball. They played down at #1 Eagle Crest last week, I think it was. They're in it late, and then Eagle Crest kind of blew it open. But that's a good one. Rocky Mountain's good. They just beat Fort Collins earlier this week in a real good intercity game. A lot of talent over at Poudre. And then volleyball, I'm really excited to watch Fort Collins. I'm going to catch them next week. They're off to a great start and could be a really good
Fossil Ridge,
team.
returning state
Fossil Ridge
champs,
is doing what you
There's
expect.
No news there.
Yeah, they're doing what you expect.
Excellent.
But Fort Collins, they showed glimpses last year. They had a strong season, and now it's looking like they're primed for a pretty special year.
Well, we got a chance to make sure you keep checking all these athletes here competing locally. Watch them when you can. Also check Kevin Lytle at the Colorado. And how do they get a hold of you on Twitter?
I'm at Kevin_Lytle.
Well, great. Thanks for joining us here at halftime. Enjoy the rest of this half here tonight. A beautiful night at French Field. And thanks for coming up and just giving us the wrap up. We'll probably get a chance tomorrow night, too, if we do. Looking forward to it.
You bet. Thanks.
So we're back here live. Both field teams are out on the field. It's kind of one of those, we're ready to go, but the clock still says a minute left. When you get on the field, you have a chance to come back out and warm up. CHSAA rules state there's a 3-minute warm-up field time for both teams once they're back on the field, so they get a chance to chat. I think there's a conversation right now by the line judge and the kicker out there. But one of those halftime things we were talking about, Kevin Lytle, it was great to have him joining us again, talking about all the things going on here locally. But there's 2 defensive coordinators, Coach Rice and his counterpart over the Greeley West, were saying, okay, we got to play assignment football. We are in spots, not making plays, and boy, both these offenses are running those trap plays and that weak side counter trap to perfection. A lot of offense that first half, 25-22.
But again, I don't want to take anything away from the offense either.
No,
because,
they're executing. They're doing a great job.
And, all you can do is take advantage of the mistakes of defense, and that's typically what scores football, scores touchdowns.
Both teams, you didn't get a turnover by the Lampkins on the onside kick, but they had an interception and a fumble as Greeley West was going into the end zone, which right now is about the biggest play of the first half.
Greeley West easily could be ahead.
Yeah, it could be 28 or 29-25. So either way, Lampkin start a 3-point lead, but they kick off here to start the third quarter. Soft pooch up in the air. Starks takes it on the run at the 22. Trying to find some room. Doesn't really have anywhere to go. Just jumped onto the 30. Doesn't want to go down, so strong runner.
And once again, he wasn't able to get up any speed.
That's the only benefit off the short kick. If you just take it and run instead of looking, it's tough to tell a kid to, just burst and go. So Spartans at their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10. And this could be one of those games, Randy, where the last guys with the ball.
And we've seen plenty of them here at French Field.
Yeah, you want to be the last team with the ball as time runs out because the way the offenses are clicking, that can happen. So 4 down linemen again, basically 8 right in the box. Tight formation, no splits. Power formation, right side. Grab the backfield. West spins around and out of it. He's got the edge. Nice job by the far side corner, though. That's just a great effort coming up and across, making the tackle. I don't know if that was Shore. Yeah, Jackson Shore. Just another two-way player for the Lampkins. We've seen him for all these years, but did a great job of coming up from an outside linebacker, strong safety spot. Because West spun out of, he would have had a loss of 5 or 6 yards, Randy, and spun out of that tackle. We've seen him just get rid of guys tonight.
Got a score from Poudre High School. Poudre up on Broomfield in volleyball, 1-0.
Toss left. Starks trying to get outside, shakes one tackle. Lampkins are getting there, but not getting enough to get across the bow. Nice run by Starks. He made it look easy, Randy. All of a sudden, he's down across the 40, near first down yardage.
He's got the football name, too, doesn't he?
Yeah,
DJ Starks.
Yeah. Stepped out right at about the 40-yard line, so about a yard short. But, boy, he looks like he runs without any urgency, just picking his spots, and all of a sudden that long stride, he's downfield.
What you don't want to do is be a cornerback or safety and have a one-on-one encounter with him.
No, you want to get there as quick as you can. Don't let that space get any bigger between you and a big guy like that. Nice job by the back judge noticing Lampkins left their tee out there at midfield. That would not be a safe thing to somebody to step on. Fake. West goes upfield. Somebody about got a little face mask slid off his hands, but he's short of the first down. Nice job filling the hole that time. So Jace Whitey come across 34 there and first man to him. And punt is apparently not in the thinking right now for the Spartans. 4th and short. I don't blame them, but boy, this is a big play, Randy.
Yeah, it is, because they're down 3. They're not up 3.
Yeah, and it's on their side of the field. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers right there. West faking.
And they went off. There's your first down.
Well, you know what? I would say that could be a penalty against Greeley West, because as the running back went by the quarterback, he faked with his arms, and you can't draw them off. Now, that's hard to see, and I could be wrong, but that's exactly what that defensive end out there saw. He saw the running back flail his arms like he got the handoff. And if that's a coaching thing, and I learned something tonight, but you just can't draw the defense off like that. And I'm going to find the first white hat I see after the game. I want an interpretation of that. So I'm assuming they called it right and I'm wrong, but it's a first down nonetheless. I formation left. Starks going downfield, running high. He's got to get those shoulders down. You can see why he loses the ball there, Randy?
Yeah.
Because he was running tall through that middle. They're saying the ball's out. We get no signal from the officials. The umpire's down there at the bottom because he got spun around. He had one arm on the ball. I'm not seeing second down signal by anybody, but apparently it is. Now they say second down. Because he got spun around pretty good, and it was like, where'd the ball go? Doesn't mean his knee wasn't down, and that's the correct call apparently. 2nd and 5 Spartans.
So everybody's got their plays on their wrist.
Yes, they do. Ball right there in the middle of the midfield. Stripe. Give to West off the second side. He sees the spot, accelerates forward. Randy drives himself across 45, and another first down for the Spartans.
And, folks, you're going to see Mr. Derek West another year. He's just a junior.
Yeah. Skill possessions across the board for the Spartans are, juniors and sophomores. You got 2 bookend tackles out there, just mammoth kids, both sophomores. Interior linemen, you've got juniors along there too. So just as you look at the Balderrama, one of the captains, number 76, having a good game so far, but he's a senior, but others there not. Rojas trying to throw and a little quick look pass that time. Nice penetration. Contact made, ball didn't go anywhere, so incomplete.
Fort Collins defense is a little bit more exercised, aren't they, than they were?
You think they got a little talking to at halftime?
Well, somebody should have because.
Yeah, I'm sure that was spirited. So 2nd and 10. Ball right on the 45. Great shot of the Poudre School District logo right out here in the middle of French Field. You're watching Stream of Sports. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Offset I formation. Motion this side, toss this side, so strong side sweep. West kicks up field. No one touches him. Cuts back into the open. Will he get run down or score? He starts to let go and just about gets tackled the end zone. And he did let up at the. There was a moment there you're like, oh, we've seen that happen.
I don't think he was fond of being tackled 5 yards into the end zone like that.
Yeah, because he let up, and I don't blame the defender for trying to knock it away, but what a great cutback, and that strong side run, once again, favoring the offense tonight. The results, they're out there again into the end zone. Great run by West, great up front blocking, and they had the patience and accelerated. That's one thing I do like about watching him run the ball. He finds a spot, and then he hits the burner.
And that gives Greeley West the lead for the first time tonight.
Snap, the kick is good. So 29-25 with 8:34 left here in the third. Like I say, who has the ball last?
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that is, basically schoolyard left on that play there. You got motion coming across there. Starks come across, and all of a sudden it's overload left side. Everybody's right there. And I think that might be what Coach Rice is talking to right now to his defense. Say, come here. If you see everybody going that way, you've got to honor your keys. They're going strong, and we're not making any adjustments. And there's more bodies to block than there are to defend.
Because if you don't tackle him on the left and the cutback is there,
there's a big
you're
void.
done because there's nobody there.
Great shot, Abby, there from our camera. Abby Block on camera tonight. David Hoslong and Randy McCoy, thanks for tuning in to Stream of Sports. Just a 3-step kick here for the Spartans. Drives it up in the air again, so you knew that wasn't going to go too deep. Another basically fairest catch call, but you got to get under it.
Well, those two guys need to talk because what's happening is, the guy isn't coming. The guy should be running up to catch it because it's
much
an easy
easier
catch. But what happens, it's just barely going over the up guy's head. So he's trying to catch it, and so they're just getting all messed up.
Puts the excitement back in the onside kick there. Well, it certainly takes away the return. Neither team really kicking the ball deep tonight, not with that kind of ability. And they're saying, okay, we're going to take a chance on getting it, but otherwise no run backs. Decent position. If you return the ball from the end zone to the 30-yard line, you're happy with that. So back on offense, Lampkins for the first time this half. Remmers off the backside, a lot of room to run, but nice tackle. Somebody got up under his legs.
So we'll see
away.
If Greeley West does any better job of coming out and making adjustments defensively.
Yeah. Yeah, because, it looked like he had a big folded over room there, and just a nice coming up tackle. I didn't get the number for the Spartan that came across there. Gain of about 3. Stack receivers trips here to this side, and
that was just ugly from the start.
Yeah. You had guys heading downfield. Quarterback made the call, but the ball wasn't snapped. So, tough break. If you stop yourself, that just makes it even harder. So we're back to 2nd and about 12. Lampton's got to cross their own 40-yard lines, the yard to gain. Earlier tonight, we already had a Lampkin Spartan tilt. Softball, the Lampkin softball team won 7-6. Iverson rolling out far side, and we're going to call that a catch. What a great job on the sideline there. I tell you, Iverson had him found and then sees number 10 sitting down there. Our guy, Abby Asseged, stand right there on the edge. He had both feet right on the corner there. No more room to go. Iverson with a smart pass. And that was just a great job, though, by Randy Asseged to get to a spot, give his quarterback somebody to see, and first down yardage.
Exega is growing up right before our eyes,
several
really.
Plays.
And just in the third game already.
Jet sweep.
Oh, nice play.
Yeah, great tackle coming up there from the secondary by Carter Bruning again.
Yeah.
Bruning's had a nice game.
No surprise who that was, is it?
Yeah, he's showing that knack as a safety. You got to come inside out. They got a lot of run support tonight from their safeties, obviously. And the sophomore, that instinct. And I know he comes from good Nebraska roots, so I will speak to that for sure.
And how do you know that?
Dad and I are in the same fraternity in college.
Wow. He must be old.
Yeah, well, there's some numbers there, yeah. Iverson rolls out to his right again. He's got the second right there in the slot, stem down. Turns it back upfield, just runs out of one tackle.
Boy, he did a good job of just going and just planning right there, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Boy, he found that little void and sat down and stopped. And he gave his running quarterback, and Iverson, that's 2 passes in a row. Iverson's done a nice job of getting himself turned towards the line of scrimmage and throwing a strike. And both times the second for first down yardage.
How many times have we seen a player go down and another player come up? And one that comes to mind is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But it's opportunity.
Yeah, it happens at every
it's
level,
just
doesn't
opportunity.
it? Rammer's running again to that right side. And he favors the ball in his left arm no matter what side he's running. So as an old school guy, that kind of gives me that twitch. But so far, he tucked that back underside and yardage right tonight. I mean, we're going to be looking to 700-800 yards total offense tonight between these two teams. And you have those shootout games every year. The next week, they could be both in a 10-7 game. But another yardage gain of 10 or more. I mean, we've had a lot of plays tonight in that deep yardage category on your scorebook. Power sweep the backside. Remmers finds the hole, gets behind his back, straight upfield, driving forward, down near inside the 20-yard line.
The Fort Collins offense is very balanced this year. They're not. We've seen them come out with basically quarterback runs every play, and we've seen everything come out of them. But this might be one of the more balanced offensive teams I've seen.
Yeah, the
for
run
Fort
pass
Collins.
option. So again, second and short. Fullback give. Chance to just make an edge there. And one of the things that's kind of unique there, I mean, you see that what Greeley West, they play a 3-man front, Randy, where you see most of the teams around here, three down linemen minimum, but 4 a lot of times, and they play a 3-man front. So right now you got the big nose tackle, and then you got a couple of defensive ends. And you got a sophomore defensive end there in Mark Lowy, 67, going against a big tackle. But your linebackers, you got 5 guys off the line. One guy stepped up this time. Strong side. Iverson gets by him. And there's a gap there. Gets around him down inside the 5 near the goal line. I think that right now that defensive line front, they're going to go straight forward at him because their linebackers are off the line of scrimmage about 5 yards. And they're not coming forward to set that down as fast as we saw in early second half when they get there to stop that run. It's just a defensive set, and it's tougher. You got more athletes on the field, and you say more linebackers, and you're running a spread offense. But right now, this drive for the Lampkins, it's kind of been straightforward, hasn't it?
Yeah, and he said 67, one of the defensive ends. 6'2", 188, so that's not your prototypical.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. You said this is a young Greeley West team. Boy, you got to watch out for them the next couple of years. These guys grow up. All that time on the field right now. Straightforward Wildcat snap. Everybody drives into the end zone.
That's fun football, isn't it?
Yeah. That was just you block down, block forward, get underneath them. I'm falling right in behind you. And Lampkins result in a touchdown. So a nice drive downfield. A couple good passes from Iverson, but a lot on the ground. They go back in front. Now 31-29, PAT pending.
2-point conversion that Greeley West got 2 touchdowns ago could be really big in this game.
Yep.
And boy, they have had a lot of trouble with their kick team tonight.
Yeah, they jumped off sides there. Well, they could decline that, and unless they were saying, were they drawn off?
Haven't really made a call, I don't think.
Well, I'm kind of waiting for the white hat to step out there because the side judge was talking to the Fort Collins coaches. Here we go. Encroachment on the defense. They're going to decline that. So it did stop the plays before the snap. Player just did jump. Somebody just trying to rush. Back here now, Iverson on the hold. And it happened again. That time on the far side.
Bruning trying to
make a play.
He's trying to time the.
Yep. Well, you know what? Now they're going to take the penalty and force it. They're going to move up there again. You know what? Says we're going to go for it now. We're going to try for 2 points. Let's see if they go with the Wildcat or is Iverson back out there.
See Coach Rice down at the left side of his bench. He told us in his interview, you know, he's letting the offense coordinator run everything. So he
Remmer's back there in the Wildcat formation again. Here's a big play. High snap, faked it. Actually, the snap was to the fullback direct. Just a great job that time.
Faked you out, didn't he?
Yep, I just saw him leap up in the air, and it was just direct snap to number 99. And the fullback, Dave Sapa, the sophomore, 5'10", 217, just pushing it on the end zone. Just got everybody's eyes up in the air, including mine, and the defense just on that edge. So after a couple of miscues and giving them that short yard and a half, Lampkins take advantage of it. They go up 33-29. Takes that field goal out of play for a while, doesn't it?
It does. That's a big play, and Greeley West not being disciplined.
Yeah, that was a couple of plays in a row there where, you know what, in a game like this, you're going to have some frustrations on defense. You're just, you're just not stopping anybody. Both teams have given up uncharacteristic amounts of yards tonight.
Remember talking to Coach Rice in the preseason interview, and again, he talked about he's got an offensive coordinator, and he's going to let the offensive coordinator run things.
Yep.
You can see him walking away many times because he's got a thought, and it's hard when you're the head coach and you've been used to being in the middle of your offense. But quite honestly, I'll tell you, Fort Collins' offense looks great. So I think he's probably happy with that, but it's still hard not to be involved.
Big kick down to the 5-yard line, drives the Spartan receiver back. He's got a chance to look upfield, makes one cut. That's West, bouncing off bodies. Guys are hopping all over him. Boy, what a good run back out past the 30. So 1st and 10 Spartans at about a 26-yard return. Great night here at French Field. Thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports. Randy McCoy, David Haase on the call. Abby Block, our camera person tonight. Thank our sponsors again, Schrader Oil, First Bank, and Pedersen Toyota. If they want to be a sponsor, Randy, what do they got to do?
They can email me at rmccoy@streamitsports.com. That's RMCCOY at streamitsports.com.
So West back in that tight formation again. Strong side run. Fake, give it back underneath. Starks with the ball. But I tell you what, the nice job of that outside corner. He stayed home, didn't he?
Yeah, and again, Stark's not able to get up any speed. And when he doesn't, he's a lot easier to tackle.
Yeah, McGraw that time, Garrett McGraw just showing what, that senior said, okay, the learning curve is starting to take effect. I see that play coming, and got right into his legs. So gain of a couple, though. Still offensive formation, strong to the right side. Derek West, right side, gets through the couple guys ahead forward, still going forward. He falls forward nicely, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's
that's
a gamer.
That's about pad level, too.
Yeah.
Stays down low, got a good lean. He's got that running back attitude, doesn't he? He's looking for somebody. He's not as big as an Erickson kind of runner, but both have that similar style. I love to see them just, taking advantage of a hole and then really accelerating into it, committing to the run.
Well, he's got that knack, that it thing when it comes to running. He's
in traffic. So 3rd and very short here. Just got to get across the 42-yard line. Formation strong left, I formation. Isolation play, left side, enough for the first down.
Yeah, you're Mr. West isn't.
What I like about that, Randy, he had 2 hands on the ball, didn't he?
He did. Well, they could have done a quarterback sneak, but hey.
Well, you got a home run back there and a couple guys that can take it the distance, and we've seen that off of tight plays tonight. Both teams have scored on short yardage short yardage plays.
Because everybody's up on the line and there's no support once
McGraw
they break
took
it.
one for 50-some yards that way on 3rd and very short. So 1st down and 10. Rolling out. Oh, knows he missed that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rojas just kind of flipped it towards the receiver. He just didn't put anything on it, and he had him in the open in the flat and just underthrew it.
.238 left here in the 3rd quarter.
And the game, as you expect, with this many running plays, it does go pretty quickly. There's not been a lot of throwing either team, really.
Well,
there's been some big
all
plays.
the throws have been complete for touchdowns, really.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's just been lighting it up. And
percentage-wise, not a big night that way. It doesn't need to be when you're running that ball that well. So the tight offense here, you got 9 up here right on the front, 2 safeties over the top for the Lampkins. Sweet play to the right side. West tries to find a hole, moves forward, moves the pile for about 4 yards. Because Lampkins, they kind of gotten away, Randy, from that man defense when they got them spread out. So they're going the 2 high safety. That will give you a little bit more downfield run support. Surprised that, West decided to stay with this tight bunch offense, the set. They've not split anybody out here. Open up those running lanes.
it looked like a throwing.
And as soon as I say
down
it,
here.
Well, you kind of got it. You got 3rd and 7. You need to have somebody out there on the edge, but still, man. Rojas trying to find, just flows up over the top. Got his man ran right by the corner, steps away from the tackle.
Touchdown.
And he's going to take it. That's going to be a 52-yard pass completion and a really easy one.
He just flipped that ball out there, and the cornerback was all turned around. And,
exactly.
Didn't.
Well, you got Piacenza there, Joseph Piacenza, 21, 6'3", a much bigger receiver, and the corner just didn't get it. He missed the jam on him at the line of scrimmage. That's all you can really say. And you're on that island, and Susie's got to step by it, and then Rojas did a nice job of laying it out in front of him, didn't he?
Oh, he did. Again, both quarterbacks, Rojas especially, he's good at putting air under the ball and letting his receiver get it.
Go get it. You're right. Now we're going to have the PAT. They're going to go for 2. Because that put them back ahead by 2 points. The PAT, they want to have a gap there. That's an interesting call. Rojas rolls out to his left, trying to find a man open the flat. He's got somebody there and overthrows him. I think he chose the wrong guy. Because he had Jack Lovin, 14 there, short. And if he could have zipped that in there, but that's the view we had, not the one he has.
Well, sometimes you fall in love with your big gun and you forget about.
Yep.
And so far, Mr. West has kind of brung him to the party, hasn't he?
Yeah. So after the PAT is unsuccessful, 35-33. Still a rapid scoring pace. Just a shootout here at French Field tonight. Down to minute 47 left here in the 3rd quarter. And I'm still going to stick with it. Whoever's got the ball last in a 2 or 3 point game almost has to feel pretty good about things, don't they?
Yeah, this is fun to watch too.
Now, once again, Greeley West is lining up. The kicker's taking just a 3-step kick. He's not going to kick it a long ways that way. That's not even trying. He wants to drive the ball again. Lampkins are respecting that over there. But it still puts some excitement back into the kick. This time he does knock it a little further downfield. Easily caught, 22-yard line. But a nice job by the Spartans getting downfield on coverage and tackled him short of the 30. Those little pooch kicks, it's if you could drive it through the end zone for the touchback and make them go 80 yards every time, that's great. That's a bonus. But if you don't have that in your arsenal, coaching to the kids you got. You said it all the time. That's like you got to go with who you have on your roster, don't you?
Well, and it's a whole different view because they huddle up. It used to be, and in the NFL, everybody just goes out and lines up. But they huddle up, and you literally don't know what play they're going to run. on the kickoff.
So no back, jet sweep right off the first. Lampton's got it going downfield. Good blocks going straight through. And just a nice run acceleration that Michael Remmers that time. Come from that far side of the field down to the trip side and had the extra blockers. Guys did a nice job blocking downfield. Gain of just short of first down yardage. But as you said before, a good balance night for the Lampkins. Every year you start a new quarterback. When you got a sophomore quarterback, Lobos have got a new quarterback. So do the SaberCats. You got to have that fine way you get there. Man, right down the slot, wide open. Hits him right across the 40-yard line.
Nice pass.
Yeah, it was a good throw on time, and he had guys to choose. I mean, the safety was out there. Bruni had to commit one way or the other, and he had to go to the outside receiver because they had nobody over the top. And nice job by Iverson realizing where the safety had to go, hit the inside man, which is the easier throw for him.
Well, let's be honest. Neither team's getting a gold star for defense tonight.
Nope, just one of those nights.
At this point.
Just one of those nights.
A lot of open receivers running down there.
Iverson's on the keeper, turning it upfield, still gaining 2 or 3. And just,
that was Jackson Shore.
Yeah, that was Shore. That's right. Yep, saw the two there. It's getting that time of night where those numbers get to be a little 15 and an 18.
And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. That one flew by, didn't it?
Quickly.
So anyway, with our score in a shootout here at French Field, Greeley West Spartans 35, Fort Collins Lampkins 33. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
See there, last quarter coming up, 35 to 32.
Well, if the fourth quarter is exciting as the first 3, I mean, the fireworks are not done. And in a game like this, every touchdown, gives that lead back. So will someone make that mistake? Will there be that fumble? Will there be that turnover that doesn't give you that possession where you score, and all of a sudden someone gets that plus 8 or 9 point lead, and you start running out of time? Fake on the jet sweep. Iverson steps up, has got a man down the middle, fires it in the end zone, touchdown, Lampkins. Boy, I tell you what, Hayden Iverson sat in the pocket, had pressure coming, Randy, let the pattern develop in front of him, throws a strike right down the middle of the field, 6 points.
Number 33.
Yeah, just a great shot down there. That's Kellen Vagasser. What a great pattern, and a nice job. Credit to the offensive line up there. That the play action in front of him gave him that moment, but still he had pressure coming. He kept his eyes downfield, threw a strike. Great play by the sophomore.
Even got the band up from that one.
Yeah, so 9 seconds into the fourth quarter, we've got our first score of the quarter. Snap and the holder good. McGraw drives it into the north end zone. That's good. So Lampkins back in front, 40-35. Now, if you think that's going to be anywhere near the final score, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
Somebody's going to hit 50.
Yeah. Well, we've had games before. Like I say, we had a game a couple years ago up here with Rocky Mountain and Fairview that you just couldn't look away.
And this is turning into that because there's a lot of really outstanding plays being made. Both young quarterbacks making some nice throws.
Well, the way that I say some games just have that feel, and right now it is an offensive game. these two teams could play 2 weeks from now, and it may be 20-17. And just a slobber knocker game between the tackles the whole game. So defenses will start catching up. That's old school slobber knocker.
All right, that must have stopped at the Nebraska line there.
That's coming back from the old Big 8 days and the cloud of dust kind of offenses that nobody wants to hear about anymore. It's boring football, but I tell you what.
Well, Steve Owens might have been a part of something like that too in the Big 8, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a good one.
Might have been some Nebraska guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can go John Riggins from KU. Big running fullbacks.
Jeff Kinney is one that comes
great
up.
one there. Kick straight down the middle, up in the air, received. Got the edge, trying to look at the sideline. Out of bounds, about 37. Nice catch and turnaround run by number 14 for the Spartans.
Shea Wind with a nice tackle there, number
Sheasley.
4.
Well, that's the thing. If you try that, I mean, that's the disadvantage, though, coming out of that bunch formation. Now, you can say it's hard for those guys to be picked up and blocked, but to pooch it up in the air, not everybody's up on the line. You got some guys running 5 yards further.
Right, and the people with the hands typically aren't at that position either.
Mm-mm. So 1st and 10, I mean, both these teams, other than the one cover, get great starting position tonight, 30-yard line or better on the average. So Rojas back, pistol formation, looking to throw on 1st down, fires it across the middle, over the top. I'll tell you what, if McKalen Moore would have had his head up looking for the ball instead of receiver, which you got to cover man first, man then ball, he could have stepped in front of that ball because it was well overthrown. And I think the receiver wasn't ready for that to come because there's no pressure on the quarterback, just a little early on the throw.
Yeah, we haven't seen any pressure on either quarterback.
No, they've done a nice job of finding guys and getting rid of the ball. So 2nd and 10. Spartans. I formation, tight left, toss left. Boy, everybody just got there now.
What a timely hit.
Yeah, got through there. West never had a chance to even get going. A host of lambkins, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that was, and that's good timing because somebody, whoever's going to win needs to take control of this game right now, and somebody has to stop somebody.
Well, I think they're led that time. Big old number 96, Jack Pedersen, who had the touchdown earlier on the inside reverse of the Lambkins. Big play, just stuffed the run. So long passing down here. See how the Lambkins play it. Did they bring anybody? Or do you sit back in coverage? Still going with the Tampa 2 look. 2 safeties over the top. 2 corners are back. Only one split out. Starks near side. Toss right side. Reverse to Starks. He's going to head downfield. He's got an alley on that side, Randy.
And they're
going to call the blocks. He's not going to go anywhere anyway. They'll be declining the penalties because there's going to be a loss in the play of 3 or 4. Nice job by the backside. And we got another penalty. That could be an interesting one because I don't know who they're going to call it on, but the play was down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flags on the ground. If you brought one to the game, you pretty much got it out of your pocket there, didn't you? Because everybody with stripes on.
Well, the first block looked legal to me, but I guess he must have had his head behind him, or what did you think?
I agree. I think
it was in the wide open, and
you can't hide.
It was hard, but there's not a penalty for a hard block.
No. And right now they're trying to put some order to it. What's going to be interesting to me after all this, though, the last flag after the play was done. If it's a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, and it's against the Lambkins, all that's for nothing. They're going to get a first down. So, pay attention. Referee may be going through, it looks like a mime on this one. He may have so many things to call. Holding first. Holding back on the defense. That will offset. Third call. Holding again on the offense. So 2 beats 1. A pair always beats a single. But what was that last one?
Where was...
Unless he just didn't get out of his hand.
And then
here we go.
One.
Yeah, personal foul call. Oh, they're going to call that offsetting. So
none of it happened.
Yeah.
Put your hankies back in and
everybody go reload.
So I guess that little skirmish over in the wasn't anything.
Well, they offset, but it's still 4th down. Riddle me that. So the play counted in our first punt of the night.
And that wasn't a hold if they called the running back who blew up the guy.
Yep.
Oh, well. We'll stay in our lane up here, as we say.
End over ender. Comes up, takes it. Boy, that was a gutsy grab. Spins out of a couple tackles. Buried on about the 44-yard line. Now, you love your punt returner to do that. Secure that low driving kick. If that had gotten by him.
That saves you 20 yards at least.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's just a tough play. That's one of those guts plays. And just, I mean, I tell you what, there's no other way to say that. Shea Wynn, number 4, said, okay, I'm taking one for the team there. So a stop by the Lampkins, leading 40-35, 10-13 left here, Randy. If their offense keeps clicking, you just can't afford to be down more than a touchdown in this game. Trips near side, bunched up, single receiver top.
Got a 3-on-2 out here. So.
Yeah, you really do. Single high safety to the top. That's that bubble screen kind of formation. Remmers around the outside is going to be spun around, maybe gain of a couple yards. But I'd say, like I said, if they keep running that single safety over the top of the corner on the press coverage up here on the outside receiver, you got 3 guys to block 1, and then whoever's going to get to the party coming from the outside linebacker spot. That just does leave a gap there. So 2nd and 7 now.
We got to get a picture of that baton
she's
girl down
pretty
there.
talented. Remmers middle of the line there. Nowhere to go. Maybe a gain of 2.
Next time she jumps out there, Abby, let's get a picture of that young lady.
Yeah, she's worked hard tonight.
Boy, she just threw it up in the air, did a flip and a flop and still caught it. And it's glowing.
Yeah.
Poudre has a young lady that's very, very talented.
Well, we talk about the players and all their practice time, but the band, the cheerleading squads, talented kid like that down there, I mean, they're all putting a lot of work in. That's why nights at the football stadium have got so much going on. So 3rd and 5 now, got to get down to their 45-yard line. Quarterback draw called. Everson moves forward, leans forward, shakes off a couple tackles. Strong run by the sophomore. Lampkins moving the chains.
Go down there and
that's who
see
we're
that
talking
girl
about,
down there. Young lady is
keeping time to the band. It made that look very easy.
That's coordination,
going.
folks.
Yeah.
I'd be in the hospital. I tried to do that.
Yeah. 1st and 10 now, pistol formation. Remmers gives straight up the middle, shakes off one tackler, bursts into the secondary, steps to the outside. Randy's got room. Down inside the 30, inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, there comes a point where Greeley West might be a little discouraged. You know, they've had a good offensive game, but Fort Collins just keeps.
Well, and I see one of the reasons why he might have got a little extra running room.
Oh, did you get a little yellow down there?
Londy on the field down there at about the 34-yard line. It's going to be a holding call against the Lampkins, spot foul. So after he was downfield, so gain of about 16 negated by the hold. As it is a spot foul, almost makes it 1st and 10 again. Clock does wind, though. We're down under 8 minutes to play here in the 4th. Lampkins leading. You know, they'd love to run that clock and just chew up first downs, wouldn't they?
You got single coverage over here on the left.
Sweep left side. Remmers just takes off and goes. Nice job on the fill, though. Great job of shooting through there. Number 82 for Greeley West comes flying in. Got a Spartan down the field, but 82 really made a strong play there, Randy. It's Hugo Castillo, another sophomore. But we got time stopped here on the field. We'll take a break, too. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
So we're back here now. The player is able to get up.
Yep, Joseph Piacenza, a lot of plays, offensive two-way player for the Spartans. I'm sure they want to get him back out there, but it's good to see him get up and walk off. Really bringing everybody to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, that left side of the line cleared it out, didn't he? But
well, I'll tell you what, Carter Bruning that time come up, set the edge, and show some acceleration. The sophomore playing a really nice game from the secondary.
Yeah, he's certainly not afraid to stick his nose in there.
Yeah, he's going to sleep well tonight. He's got some length, but he's still a sophomore. So when he adds that muscle mass the next couple of years, he already has the things you want.
Yeah, he's got the motor and.
Says 6 foot 170. I think I saw that 170 might be dressed out.
Yeah,
with his
after
lunch.
a really big meal and
yeah, and extras taken with him. Power slide off the next side there. Oh, another good tackle up the middle. 82 again because Remmers had a big
already
lead.
Back in.
Yeah, Remmers had a big line to go there. Castillo again on the tackle, but not after until a first down gained again.
Guess he's not hurt, huh?
So now Lampkins, Randy, can get a little more deliberate. Don't need to be in a hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. 6:25 to play. Lead by 5. Both teams all 3 timeouts left, but if you go down there and back judge is just starting to look at his watch. He just stuck his hand up, so there's a 5 count coming. Snap's going to be made just in time. Sweep into the near side of the field. That is a tough call. Trying to run a jet sweep underneath right here into the short side of the field. So
you know who that was? Number 82 with the stop
coming again there. These have a great series here. 82, Castillo again, sophomore. Boy, and I keep saying this over and over, but there's a lot of strong sophomore play.
Yeah,
I say from Lowy to Bruning, Castillo, running backs, quarterback. I mean, the 2 linemen. This is a team Greeley West is going to be heard from for the next couple of years in 4A.
They're 2-0 this year. So, I mean, you're hearing from them this year.
Yeah, that's right.
And not out of this game.
Great point. Bunch top there. Grayson rolls out. Pick play's got a man open downfield. Lobs, put a little air up into it. Nice play of a defensive back. I'll tell you what. That's one of those Iverson should have just thrown a little earlier. And just an excellent play downfield. Number 25.
Good football play.
Yeah. Andre Soria, a junior, an elder statesman out there. But he did a nice job of staying underneath the receiver, and Iverson needed to just have a little bit more beyond the receiver there and let him be the only guy that had a chance at it, because that was a decent chance for an interception there.
Big play for Greeley West here. 3rd and 14. They really need to stop.
Yeah,
for Collins.
Do you think if the Collins gets 6-7 or more yards here or so, now it's 4 down territory?
Oh yeah.
Maybe anyway. Blitz coming. Bubble screen there.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, that had a chance because he missed it. Everybody was gone.
Number 14 had visions of game-leading pick 6 there.
Should I start right in with the Sports Center? Because he was looking to it, and I think Iverson kind of saw that too. He fired that for an underneath bubble screen that had a lot of pace on it. So this will be the Lampkins' first punt. I like as he looks to the sideline. Spencer Purnell looks over the sideline. He motions. Do I kick it? Am I kicking it? Because we've seen more than one fake from the Lampkins too from the kicking position.
Coach Rice is.
And we're gonna have a timeout here. We've got guys that just weren't on the field, and in a way, that would have been the worst place in the world to take 5 yards back. But either way, they have to call a timeout. So with 5:16 left, leading 40-35, Lampkins timeout. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, The rocker panel spray, the protective finish application in the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
So we're back here after the timeout, and a big play in this football game, Dave.
Very interesting one right now. If you're Lampkins, I mean, nice job for the bend but didn't break this series for the Spartans. And Purnell back standing on about his own 47-yard line. He just wants to pooch it downfield. I mean, there's not much to gain here. You're going to maybe gain just 15 yards. I'd love to nail it into the edge there, and you see the trips to the right side. You think he's going to directional kick it to the right? And he does, but that was going to go off the side of his foot. Gets inside the 25-yard line, so not too bad.
He didn't kick it far enough to get a first down by kicking it.
Yep. I think
the ball didn't go.
They wanted to angle that way, but the high snap kind of took him out of his step, and he had to waste a step to set his feet.
And explain again why it was okay for that defensive guy to hit the punter there.
Exactly. When you go into that rugby-style punt, you take off running, you are no longer a protected punter. You are a running back. Heard that from a source no less qualified than Mark Rademacher, one of the deans of the White Hats in Northern Colorado, and he said you just become an active player. So after the turnover on downs, on the punt forced, Wildcat, tell you what there, I think West
made the wrong decision.
He just really wanted to run the ball, didn't he? You know, it's
Yeah.
easy to see why he's had such success, but boy, the Wildcat there, he had a chance for
well, he had 8. The other runner had 8 yards before anybody was going to touch him.
Well, there was a complete escort.
And that's if they tackled him.
Yeah, because there was room to go there. So no gain on the play. Pretty good back line of scrimmage. 4:40 left here in the game. Plenty of time. Rojas back now, quarterback, trips the top of your screen. Motion strong side. No, actually, that was West again. Starks does take it this time down in the open. Runs out of a couple tackles, still getting away. And dragged down on the far side. Nice tackle.
First time he's been able to pick up some speed and, in a while.
Well, I think Uihana went back and says, give me the ball this time. And boy, he's just an effortless looking runner. I mean, it's like he just, as soon as he gets that stride going, there's an explosion. So 1st and 10.
I mean, Greeley West has it right in front of them, don't they? They have the game really right in front of them.
Playing downhill on offense all night long. Both of them have been. That stop this last time was big. Motion again. Fake. West heads up the field. Lampkins around him. He got out of trouble. Nice footwork just to get forward there. And then a late flag coming in from the near side linesman. Not too impressed with that arm on the linesman. He barely got that to the near side hash.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot better throws out here.
Chop block.
Oh, that's going to be a personal foul. So that's a big penalty. That's a no-doubter. Move him way back. Make him pay for that real estate twice. Famous General George S. Patton said, I don't like to pay for real estate twice, and football coaches don't either.
That's a 15, huh?
Yeah, that's a big number. Yep, taking them all the way back inside their own 30-yard line from the spot foul.
Under 4 minutes left now, so Greeley West is going to have to hurry up a little bit.
I agree.
Not sure they're going to be able to just run the ball down the field.
Well, and you get in that thing where you've had these big plays, you keep thinking it's just going to happen. Well, now there's got to be a little bit of urgency. That is a lot of time. But first and about 22 or so, they got to get to the 49-yard line on the other side of midfield. West again in the Wildcat, fakes it, heads up field, open field, gets upended. Gain of about 10 or 11. Brings up 2nd and 12. Clock still running. But then you got to think on the other side, okay, you're the Lampkins. You're ahead by 6. If they start getting downfield, do you stop the clock just to maybe take away some momentum and give yourself some time in case they score?
Yeah,
Conversations in those headphones.
That's a good question.
So 2nd and 13.
And,
still the Wildcat formation.
Rojas
hasn't been in there the last 2 drives.
Somebody's got to play quarterback.
Yeah. And actually, Rojas is down here. He was in the game. He just comes out to wide receiver, but that's a pretty token decoy spot.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a pretty token fake, too, on West's part.
No, he's looking to take it and go, and now they're in a big hole, and Rojas hasn't taken a snap in 3 or 4 plays.
3rd and 13, and so Greeley West playing down with time running out, 2:15, almost 2 minutes left, showing no urgency.
Nope, that's exactly right.
You know, basically staying in a wildcat running.
Now Rojas is back under center, though. Back to throw, rolls out to his right side. Blitz coming. Nice job by the defense of Lampkins. Throws it downfield. Easy pickoff.
And
he's got room to run. He gets away from a couple guys. Now you just want to go down. That was number 5, and just Alan Bouchada.
And he had his receiver open. He just couldn't get it over the defender.
Yeah.
I was looking over here and I said, man, he's wide open.
Throwing across his body. A tough throw to make. Twice tonight we've seen that happen. That real estate gets squeezed down here, and as you said before, taking all that time off the clock. Now they've got 3 timeouts left. There's 1:50, but you're playing on your half the field already. Lampkins are going to certainly run the ball 3 times in a row and force Greeley West to take the timeout each time, because they can't stop the clock otherwise. And that's now the clock is against them. And that's like you can say your quarterback didn't handle the ball for 4 or 5 plays, then you expect him to make a throw. And that's a tough one for a sophomore. We've already seen that happen once tonight. Remmers straight up field, ISO play, gain of 5 or 6.
Greeley West has to really watch out for that letdown. We've seen a lot of long touchdown runs.
Yep,
in a time like this.
Take their first of 3 timeouts here. So up here in the box, we're going to take 1, 2. Hear from our sponsors. We'll be back to French Field. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
There you go. Not sure. Kind of a gold belt down there.
Well, we're looking
sideline.
Yeah, the guys are taking their break right now. They're going to get that defense knows they could be back on the field any time, but that's the pride belt. You see the Rams doing that too. That's earned by the defenders. So after the timeout, gain of 5 or 6, big first down pickup, because that timeout they're going to have to take on each play. Fake the give. Iverson straight up the middle, first down yardage, and just slides forward. About got his head taken off for the trouble, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Well,
he
good smart play.
Certainly doesn't play baseball, does he?
Well, you know what? I just compare him to the last few games where we're seeing some incremental, improvements there, and, and having a solid season right now in front of us. As you say, that experience does start adding up. The chains have moved.
And Greeley West can't stop the clock.
Well, they've got 2 timeouts.
2.
They chose not to use one there. I'm kind of surprised because now the clock is wound, and we're going to be under a minute, about 1:15 before they take the snap here. Coach Renoff's just going to say, okay, how many chances do I got to stop it? Do I need to keep one for my offense? But right now, your offense is not going to get the ball back if you don't stop them.
Yeah, short of a fumble.
And Iverson is going to be under center. He's going to watch. The linemen are all going to get down. He's going to wait till the back judge starts signaling. Nice poise by the sophomore. Snap, fullback give. Been a great play this middle. Just those tight splits there, heel to heel by the offensive lineman. Gain of about 6. The timeout is going to be taken by Greeley West. Chance you got to do it. You can say you can't take him home on the bus. They're not going to do any good there. So 40-35, Randy, though, but a great game here tonight, French Field. Both teams, a lot to really talk about. The strengths and minuses of having stopped somebody, but so far the Lampkins are setting themselves up to close this one out.
The difference in the game is the turnovers,
Yeah.
Greeley West has 3, and
Lampkins just have the onside kick, if I remember right. I don't think there's been a pick and there's been no fumbles.
Yeah.
Ball security.
So when you talk to the Greeley West coach, that's what he's going to say right there.
Yeah, he's going to tell his kids, and that's part of saying, you got a pretty young team.
Looks like on the volleyball game, Broomfield, Poudre are tied up at 1 set each.
And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. We got an intercity good game tomorrow night. Fossil Ridge looking to get back into their swing. There's too many good players there not to play better than they have, and I look for them to give Poudre a great game tomorrow night.
And you don't know who the quarterback's going to be. We had a quarterback change at the end of the last game. So
Remmer straightforward there, good solid tackle. No surprise for Greeley West. Their number 82's just had an active second half, hasn't he? He's come forward again.
I've been very impressed with this Greeley West team, quite honestly. I'll tell you what, they're not a team you want to play late in the year this year because they've got playmakers, and that's really what you need. We're talking about Poudre, and really what Poudre has is they've got kind of the trifecta. They've got the quarterback, they've got the running back, and they've got the the flanker or the outback. And
across the air there, yeah. Well, and that's a little bit more of a diverse offense. Greeley's very run heavy, a lot of sweeps, and 35 points. If you get off the bus saying, okay, you got 35 points on the board in the game, you got to be pretty good, feeling good about that. You'd like to think you could stop the other team most of the time, but tonight, just one of those track meet type of games, and so far they're 5 points down. They just used their last timeout. There's 51 seconds left, and it's 3rd down and 5. So big play right here if you're really going to count it. Chance for the Lampkins to stay on the field with the first down.
And there's the first down right there.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that the whole game.
Yeah,
he's had several, and he just he just ended the game.
Just a mental lapse there for a second, and two-way player, kid trying to make a play, and a lot of times that's just composure. And that's more than enough just by a yard. And then that will pretty much cinch it because you get the first down.
Victory formation.
Yeah, you just got to snap it twice here, and it's in the books. But no slight to the Greeley West Spartans coming across I-25 here tonight, Randy. Great effort. We saw a lot of big plays.
Greeley West is, for those of you who don't know where it's located, it's actually pretty close to Windsor.
Closer to Windsor than Center Greeley,
yeah. It's
and they will have a big game with Windsor later this year. Look forward to that one.
Yeah, they will, and they're so close together. Our next Windsor broadcast will be, I can't remember the date right now, but I know it's a big game against
Check
Monarch.
out streamsports.com. Yeah, another big game there. And that'll do it. So a snap with 21 seconds left. More than enough to run the clock for the end of the game. Lampkins on a back-and-forth game here tonight, Randy. Pull it out.
Everybody's happy, and we'll hear the band here a little bit. Playing the Lampkin fight song. Very fun game to watch, if you just want to watch a football game.
Oh, God. Well, if you're the Spartans, you're going to go home, you're going to hang your head for a little while, then they're going to say, okay, we got a lot of things we did really well. We got some things to clean up on defense, but you're the Lampkins, you get to, as you said, turnover's the biggest difference there, and that's what young teams do, and tonight it wasn't the Lampkins doing it, it was the Spartans, and pretty much the difference in the game, but a lot to hang on.
So anyway, you've been watching Streaming Sports for Abby Block and David Haase. This is Randy McCoy. Our score 40-35. The Fort Collins Lampkins pull out a win here against the Greeley West Spartans. We'll see you next time.
Poudre School District High School Football, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good.